let stress and burnout ruin your...
We're prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Bills piling up? Rent due? Just need some extra cash to get...
Just had to make sure we have sound on the video. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to Malvern, KMAFM 99.1, Clarinda, Shenandoah. Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you tonight. We've got a corner conference doubleheader about to go down between the Bedford Bulldogs and the East Mills Wolverines. Now, the boys' game may be the marquee matchup of this, as it's two undefeated teams looking to take sole control of first place in the league. But Brian Bertini, we're going to start with the girls' game tonight, and two teams that I think on paper and the way they're made up, a lot more similar than you might think.
Yeah, and both teams coming off wins, although East Mills hasn't played since last December 10th, a week ago. Bedford last night got a win over Southwest Valley, 43-40. So Robin and Wilmore's teams got a little bit of momentum coming tonight. And this is a corner conference game where Bedford finds a way to win this. This corner conference gets a little interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, so Bedford is going to roll with, I believe it's 2 freshmen and 3 sophomores. Then you go to the East Mills side, 3 freshmen and 2 juniors. Not a senior in the lineup on either side. East Mills 4-1 on the year under head coach Lexi Moreno, and their lone loss came to Lennox earlier on this year. Bedford 3-3 on the year under the guidance of head coach Robin Wilmarth. Let's tell you about those starting lineups now. For the Bedford Bulldogs, it'll be Kaylin Moore, Caroline Simmons, Michaela Nicholas, Elle Peterman, and Anaya Hardy. On the East Mills side, Ruby Hasty, J.C. Vandenberg, Loicy Palmer, Caitlin Kraus, and Ava Grindle. And Brian, as I mentioned, 2 very young teams. Probably going to learn a lot about themselves tonight.
Yeah, and it's going to be a game of ebb and flow. When you get young teams like this, we're still pretty early in the season too, Trev. So you're going to have some stretches where they look pretty good, and other times they kind of get a little bit, fall back into that young girl mentality. But it should be an interesting matchup tonight here as we start this off.
Looking forward to this doubleheader and corner conference action. Bedford East Mills coming up here in a moment. KMAFM 99.1, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
For conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere and it just isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com.
Not sure what you want to do with your life? Feel like your job is at a standstill? Get your foot in the door with area manufacturing companies at Iowa Western Community College's SEAM program. Sign up now in the Center of Excellence for Advanced Manufacturing through IWCC. Classes are just 2 early evenings a week with holidays and summers off. Improve your current skills and learn new ones that will give you a new career or even enhance your current one. For more information on SEAM, contact IWCC's Clarinda Center at 712-542-5117.
Are you ready to grow your future with a bank that truly cares? Welcome to Malvern Bank, where we're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in success. At Malvern Bank, we specialize in ag loans that help our local farmers thrive. Whether you're planting seeds for the future or expanding your current operations, we've got the financing solutions to help your farm flourish. So why wait? Visit us today and see how Malvern Bank can make a difference in your life. Together, let's grow our future. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Malvern, KMAFM. The place to be tonight for this quarter conference girls basketball action, then followed by the boys game as part of a doubleheader. Trevor Bader, Brian Bertini with you here tonight. Brian, as we get ready, what piques your interest about tonight's game?
Well, I think with the youth, as you mentioned too, Trev, but it's also staying within the moment, not getting caught up in worrying about some mistakes. The game's going to have a little bit of ebb and flow. Eliminate some of those stretches where you make some errors and just play good fundamental defense. You mentioned this might be a kind of a defensive matchup tonight. And when you get opportunities to get some open court baskets, you got to cash them in and probably stay out of foul trouble.
Getting ready to get things going. Ava Grindle will jump for East Mills, and it is Kaylin Moore doing so for Bedford. The tip is won by East Mills, and we are off and running here in quarter conference girls basketball action. They will kick it out now around the perimeter. They go, does East Mills. Lacey Palmer back out, top of the key three. Ruby Hasty, no good. Fight for the rebound is muscled away by J.C. Vandenberg. Jumper no good on the East Mills side. Grindle rebound, put back no good. Fighting for another rebound. Ends up in the hands of Vandenberg, and finally East Mills on the board first here in this one.
Well, hitting the offensive glass hard early here, and Grindle with the putback, so the Wolverines, as you mentioned, score first.
2-zip advantage. East Mills attacking is Anaya Hardy on the Bedford side. Out to Caroline Simmons. 3-ball from her, no good. Grindle comes up with the rebound.
Yeah, nice box out by Ava right there. One and done. Wolverines on the attack.
The other way, quickly they go. Top of the key, Vandenberg. Around the perimeter now, Palmer. One dribble, right side to Vandenberg. Right corner, Hasty. Inside touch, Grindle. Through her hands. Kraus backed it up, though. Her shot no good.
Kraus had a good opportunity right there. Caitlin, the ball was kind of ended up in her hands, Trev, and she missed a short little putback.
Now attacking is Anaya Hardy. 6:50 to go in the quarter. Runner by Hardy, way too strong. Another board for Grindle.
Yeah, East Mills playing man-to-man. The Bedford Bulldogs coming out zone 2-3 zone to start with.
Hasty pull-up jumper, left it short. Rebound grab by Michaela Nicholas on the Bedford side.
Neither team too anxious to really get out and push the ball. I think like you said, depth has something to do with that, Trev. And some of the youth, you want to make sure you kind of under control.
Inside touch, Kaylin Moore turns around, faces Grindle. Kick it back out, Simmons. Simmons, top of the key, will hand off Hardy. 15 on the shot clock for Bedford. Hardy inside, tried to thread it to Peterman. Last touch by Kraus. It'll stay with Bedford. Now, it's worth noting that Bedford is without Lexi Perkins. They're their double-double averager this year. Suffered a foot injury a couple of weeks ago. Inbound in to Caroline Simmons. Catch and shoot. Tray ball from her is nothing but net.
She was about 4 or 5 feet behind that three-point line, so nice shot by her. And Bulldogs now first basket and take the lead on that three.
3-2 advantage Bedford. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. High post touch, Palmer. Now they go right side, Hasty. Little ball fake. Tried to bounce it into Kraus. Couldn't hang on to it. Out of bounds and back to Bedford it'll go.
I like that entry pass, bounce pass under the defender's arms, but kind of skipped off her hand and deflected out of bounds into the Bulldogs.
5:50 to go in the first quarter. Here's Hardy at top of the key. Tried to go inside. Nowhere to go with that. Caitlin Kraus gets the steal. Throw ahead Palmer. Can't track the loose ball down. Another turnover.
Well, I like the attempt right there. They had a chance numbers. The pass was tough. Caitlin Kraus just couldn't get a clean handle on it and ended up touching as it go out, ball out of bounds and back into the Bulldogs.
3-2 Bedford. 5:35 to go here in the first quarter. Hardy running point will set up the offense. They've got Nicholas at the high post. Nicholas sets the screen for Hardy, who swings left corner. Simmons hit 1-3, shoots that one, and it's good.
Well, I'll tell you what, she's liking the gym here tonight, isn't she?
Caroline Simmons, the pair of trays early on. 6-2 in favor of the Bulldogs. Across the court comes J.C. Vandenberg, one of their 3 freshmen in the lineup. They'll go inside Grindle, another freshman. 2 defenders on her. Simmons trying to create the jump ball, just got a little too handsy. And it'll be a foul first in the first 3 minutes of this game, called on Caroline Simmons.
Well, she comes in averaging about 15 points a game, so we're no surprise that she's kind of the offensive girl that Coach Wilmar's going to go to.
Right corner 3 is no good from Ruby Hasty. Rebound grab by Anaya Hardy. Here comes Bedford. Football pass up the floor. Hardy a little short. Intercepted by Palmer. Now Palmer wants to run and ground across. Bounce pass. Hasty right back to Palmer. Palmer power dribble. Puts it up and in.
Nice job by Palmer to kind of get her feet underneath. Eloise with a nice finish. Nice transition basket by the Wolverines.
6-4. Here's a transition 3. L. Peterman missed it short. Good box out by Krause. Allows Ruby Hasty to come up with the rebound for East Mills. High up top of the key, Palmer. Now they'll go right side, Krause. Pull up, mid-range jumper from her is good. The forgotten shot of basketball.
That's right. She took one dribble, made it about an 8-foot shot, and buried it.
We're tied at 6 now, and a foul on East Mills as Bedford was bringing up the floor. It's going to be on Hasty. 4:13 to go in the first quarter. 6-6 our score. All of 6 of Bedford's points, by the way, have came on Caroline Simmons' triples. East Mills has gotten 2 from J.C. Vandenberg, Loice Palmer, and Caitlin Krause. Anaya Hardy on the right wing. Now we'll dribble right to left, top of the key, Simmons. Simmons being guarded by Vandenberg. Wanted to attack, and she traveled.
She tried to go left, got a little bit of a carry right there. Good defense by the Wolverines. Playing man-to-man, but some good help on the weak side right there. Forced the turnover.
4 minutes to go in the first quarters. Tied at 6. 2 very young teams colliding in the corner conference tie. Here's Hasty right wing, inside corner. Krause working in along Nicholas. Kick out to Vandenberg. Long 2 from her. Missed it short. Rebound is tipped around. Vandenberg ended up getting it back. And a reset for East Mills. Hasty inside, kind of a dangerous pass. Went back to Vandenberg. Now pull up jumper, no good from Palmer. Rebound, though, again by Hasty. Krause got it. Jump ball might have been prompted. It was. It'll go to Bedford. So a couple of offensive rebounds come up empty for East Mills.
Well, they've been definitely aggressive on the boards there, the offensive end. They've got probably about 7 or 8 offensive boards already.
3:25 to go in the first quarter. Here's Hardy right wing. Inside to Simmons, who went streaking along the baseline. Knocked out of bounds by Vandenberg. It'll stay with Bedford. We've got our first substitution of the night as Ruby Hasty will come out. Ellie Hagan, who is working back from an injury, into the lineup for East Mills. Bounce pass inside, catch and shoot from Kaylin Moore.
I like that. Nice little entry pass right there on the inbounds, and nice kiss off the glass, Trev.
8-6, and then a throw the other way is deflected out of bounds by L. Peterman. With 3:12 to go in the first quarter. Running point is Vandenberg. We'll go inside. Krause traveled. And back to Bedford it will go.
Bedford, again, electing to play that 2-3 zone. Really trying to squeeze it in and not let girls like Ava Grindle and Krause maybe have some movement inside the paint.
Under 3 to go in the quarter. Now we've got an illegal screen on Bedford away from the ball.
I think that was second on. That might be on Simmons, too.
Yeah, we'll see when they put it on the board.
That's huge because, like I said, she hit those 2 threes.
She's going to come out.
It is second.
And it is a second on Simmons. Good catch there, Brian.
And that's huge because, again, she was the offensive spark there to start this first quarter for the Bulldogs.
So Caroline Simmons out, Sydney Strong in for Bedford, and a travel on the East Mills side is going to give it back to Bedford.
Right now, Coach Wilmar's going to kind of hope that they can kind of hold court here and get through this quarter and get Simmons back on the floor here in the second quarter.
Yeah, she's accounted for 6 of their 8 points up to this point. Hardy up the floor for Bedford. Will attack. Now goes right corner to Nicholas, who goes right side. Peterman just inside the three-point line. Pulled it back out. Will go inside to Moore. Moore drew a double team. Back to Hardy. Hardy attacking. Decides that's not the play. Goes left corner, Nicholas. Nicholas might have got away with the travel. Goes inside Moore. And it's a whistle and a foul. That's going to be on East Mills. I think Mackenzie Stearns going to be the guilty party.
She was good post defense behind her. That ball looked so tempting, Trev, as it came in there. She reached over the back, picked up the foul. That's the what?
It's just the, I believe, second team foul on East Mills. First on Stearns. Inside Moore. Back out to Peterman. Peterman, one dribble, gives to Strong. Strong goes right side, Hardy. Hardy will attack, step on her defender. Runner from her gets it to go.
Nice tough shot there by Hardy right there. Like that. Anaya Hardy with a little runner, and Bedford down with a 4-point lead.
10-6 Bulldogs. Here's a pull-up jumper well long by Ellie Hagan. Rebound is grabbed by Michaela Nicholas, and up the floor come the Bulldogs. Hardy, right wing, thinking about how she wants to attack this East Mills defense. She'll go left side, Peterman three. That is no good. And they'll say it was off the top of the basket.
Yep. So the man-to-man defense by East Mills kind of really taking away some of the dribble drive penetration I think the Bulldogs want to do. But they get a dribble drive kick out for the three. Like you said, Simmons hit a couple early, but that one fell a little bit too long. Oh, steal, Trev.
Yeah, steal taken away by L. Peterman. Hardy will bring it across the floor. Minute 35 to go in the first quarter. 10-6 advantage Bedford. Hardy gives left side Sydney Strong. Deflected, though, and stolen away by J.C. Vandenberg. Vandenberg up the floor, right side. Sophia Moracle into the game. Actually, that was Lacey Palmer with a touch, but Moracle is into the game now for East Mills. Long two, Grindle missed it short. Rebound by Anaya Hardy for Bedford. A minute 10 to go in the first quarter. Hardy with it, far right wing. Working right to left. Now we'll attack in on Vandenberg along the corner. Drew a double team, tried to kick it back out. Deflected into the hands of Ava Grindle. Under a minute to go the first quarter. Long pass, Vandenberg to Palmer at the three-point line on the right side. Back top of the key, Vandenberg. Back to Palmer. Bedford settling into their defense. Bounce pass inside. Palmer wanted to go to Moracle. It's stolen away by Michaela Nicholas. And they'll bring it up the floor with Hardy. 40 seconds to go in the quarter and about a 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hardy calls for a screen from Strong. Now will attack the C's part. Hardy layup up and in.
Nice job. She kind of changed direction. The defender got kind of caught behind the traffic, Trev. And biggest lead of the night now for the Bedford Bulldogs.
12-6, 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Left wing Vandenberg, inside touch to Stearns. Now right side jumper, Palmer no good. Good box out by Grindle, puts it up too strong. Long rebound tracked down to a jumper by Stearns. That's no good, and that's how the quarter will end. So Bedford will go into the second quarter up 12-6 after 8 minutes in the books here in Malvern on KMA FM with video, KMAland.com. We'll be back in a moment with the second quarter.
There's no better time to stock up. Get the 8.4 ounce 3 for just $6 and the 12 ounce Red Bull 2 for only $5.75. So why wait? Swing by Cubby's today and snag yourself some Red Bull at an unbeatable price. Get the energy you need to tackle anything life throws your way with Red Bull and Cubby's, the very best in convenience.
Reliable internet matters to you, and it matters to FMTC too. So what does reliable look like? At FMTC, reliable means 99% uptime. And if there's a problem, we measure resolution in minutes, not hours or days. You need bandwidth, and FMTC has it. Up to 1 gig. Our fiber internet offers equal download and upload speeds, in addition to being unlimited and reliable. FMTC Fiber. Internet worth talking about.
We've played one here. 99-1, Clarinda Shenandoah, Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you here tonight. 12-6 our score advantage, Bedford after one. Brian, your thoughts and observations through the first 8 minutes?
Well, a little bit of use showing right there. I think the biggest thing was probably maybe the 2 fouls on Simmons. She started hot for the Bulldogs, 2 threes, and she had to come out. But the defense held serve, and they built their lead up, actually. So let's see how the Wolverines attack here in the second quarter.
East Mills basketball to start the second quarter. Ava Grindle goes right wing Palmer. Long pass. Now they try to go inside Krause, and getting in front of that one was Anaya Hardy for the steal. Hardy up the floor for Bedford, running point as she has so far tonight. Being guarded by Palmer in this man-to-man East Mills defense. Hardy spins around Palmer, attacking underhand layup, missed it well short. Rebound and putback no good, but free throws coming up on the Bedford side.
Well, Hardy really creative with the dribble right there, wasn't she, Trev?
And no, they're going to say, actually, I thought it was going to be a foul, but I think maybe it hit underneath.
Well, it was a travel. No,
yeah.
She got it. The Bedford girl got the rebound on the offensive glass, but then was called for traveling.
Sydney Strong that came up with the rebound only to travel. Here's Palmer. Goes right side Grindle. Grindle will attack. Now pass to Stearns. Top of the key Palmer. Left side Vandenberg. In the corner Kraus. Back out left wing Vandenberg. They'll go around the perimeter. Right side Grindle. Grindle attacking back to Palmer. Palmer stop and shoot jumper from her. Partially blocked. Rebound into the hands of Anaya Hardy. And up the floor comes Bedford a minute into this quarter.
Kaylin Moore might have got her hand on that to block that shot. It's a really good defense here the last probably 3 minutes of that first quarter and to start here in the 2 for the Bulldogs.
Inside Peterman on the right corner. Almost deflected away by Grindle. Gives to Hardy. Hardy, entry pass in. Kaylin Moore being guarded by Stearns. Back to Hardy. 10 on the shot clock. Hardy being guarded by Palmer. Will go Peterman top of the key. Peterman, they're down to 5 on the shot clock. They got to get something going. Hardy, 3-2. Peterman shot was partially blocked by Grindle. It'll be a shot clock violation back to East Mills.
Yeah, not a lot of movement right there offensively. Pretty good defense by the Wolverines. And none of the girls really, there's that youth Trev right there. They're not really comfortable taking the go-to shot.
That's one of those, the coach, you'd love to see a screen or something.
Yeah, get something going to the hoop maybe and maybe draw some contact.
Grindle right corner, long pass across Palmer. Now inside Kraus, jumper is good.
That job, quick release by Caitlin Kraus right there. Breaks quite a bit of scoring drought there for the Wolverines.
Caitlin Kraus now leads the East Mills scores with 4, and it's 12-10 after that Kraus jumper. Hardy trying to figure out how to attack this East Mills defense. Gives Strong, who then entry pass in Moore, missed the shot long. Caitlin Kraus comes up with the rebound for East Mills. 5:50 to go in the first half. 12-8 our score in favor of Bedford. Palmer goes right corner, Grindle. Grindle in along the baseline. Kick back out, Kraus. Long 2 from her. Missed it just long. Good positioning and rebound by Vandenberg and draws the foul.
Good job again by the Wolverines. They've been really effective on the offensive glass here in this first half.
So J.C. Vandenberg at the line, or will be at the line in just a moment. For East Mills, one of 3 freshmen in the lineup. Not a great free throw shooter, 41% on the season. On the bad side of the average there. That foul's on Anaya Hardy, by the way, her first team foul for Bedford.
Number 15 in the game for the Bulldogs.
Paisley Sleep will come in on the Bedford side. Moore out. East Mills will give Stearns a chance to sit.
It's so interesting. Coach Wilmar electing to keep Simmons on the bench for the little bit extended here in this second quarter.
Vandenberg makes the second one, makes it 12-9.
Maybe they know that she might just pretty aggressive.
Yeah,
she might pick up foul 3. So
might want her down the stretch. Sophia Moracle back in for East Mills. Right side Nicholas to Hardy, top of the key, being guarded by Palmer. Attacking, now goes to Nicholas. Long 2, missed it short. Rebound grab by Palmer after a nice box out. East Mills with numbers, they'll bring it across. Kraus will attack. Got picked up, stop and shoot is good. Gets the friendly roll.
Tough shot, Lacey Palmer, nice job to get her balance and a little bit of a fadeaway, a little bit of a mini run right now for the Wolverines.
5-0 spurt for East Mills, has it down to 12-11, 4:55 to go in the first half. Nicholas will attack along the baseline, tried to bounce it in, not sure where she was going. Ends up in the hands of Grindle after the deflection by Vandenberg.
Well, she had the right idea. I think her teammate just didn't roll. Nice pickoff right there.
Yeah, picked off by Strong as she jumped in front of the long pass. Now Sydney Strong up the floor for Bedford on the left side, being guarded by Vandenberg. Wanting to bounce it into Sleep. A little bit of contact between Vandenberg and Strong. It's going to prompt a foul. That's going to be on Vandenberg. Her first team foul on East Mills in this quarter. 4:35 to go in the first half. 12-11 advantage Bedford, but a 5-0 East Mills run. Hardy wanting to attack. Now gives it back out. Top of the key, Strong. Nicholas top of the key, 3. Nothing but net, but not the good kind. It'll go out of bounds.
You really want to get the ball down in the paint if they can with the Bulldogs. But it's been pretty good defensive post position right by the Wolverines and making it tough to get any entry passes into the paint.
Vandenberg brings it across the timeline. Way out, top touch, Palmer. Now they'll go right side. Moracle, long 2 from her is no good. They dare her to shoot it. She just missed it. The tip is out of bounds. It'll stay.
She was in that no-man land. As she steps 6 inches back, she's got a 3 attempt. If you go about 5 feet further, you got a little bit or 2. You mentioned she was in that no-man's land on that line.
4:09 to go in the half. J.C. Vandenberg will get a much-deserved breather on the East Mills side. Inbound in, Grindle drew 2 defenders, tried to thread it into Palmer. Too much on it. It's a turnover. Ruby Hasty back on for East Mills. 4 minutes to go in the half. 12-11 Bedford. Clinging to a 1-point lead. Hardy with it out top. Goes to sleep. Now long pass Nicholas. Left side tray ball. Missed it short. Almost got her own rebound. Has to send it back into play. Into the hands of Hardy. Long 2 from her is not there.
I like the effort right there. Hardy just couldn't get that follow to go.
Ruby Hasty got the rebound for East Mills. Now she'll go right side Grindle into the right corner. Kraus will pull out. Long 2 was long. Rebound by Anaya Hardy.
It's been a pretty fast-moving quarter, Trey. There hasn't been a lot of stoppages, have there?
There's been 2 total fouls. I think 1 travel.
And not many balls out of bounds, so.
3:15 to go in the first half. 12-11 Bedford. Hardy gives to Peterman. Top of the key. Peterman being guarded by Kraus. Will go right side Nicholas. Now right corner Hardy. Hardy, 3 ball from her. Missed it short. Rebound Strong. Puts it up. Left it short. And then he gets called for the foul.
She had the putback. She got the ball on a clean put on an offensive glass. Had a good look at it. Shorted a little bit and then picked up the foul. She tried to get it back.
So back to East Mills it goes. 2:58 to go in the first half. East Mills on a 5-0 run but have been scoreless.
Yeah, and Bedford yet to score this quarter.
Yes. With it, right side Moracle. Out of the right wing will attack. Long 2 from her was long. Anaya Hardy gets the rebound for Bedford. They've got numbers. They bring it across. Hardy steps around a defender. Underhand layup, draws the foul.
I really like how Hardy keeps her eyes up on the floor. She's dribbling. She's always looking for her teammates. But that time she saw the gap open up, Trev, and a little bit of a quick crossover, attack the rim, and she got some free throws coming up.
But after an East Mills timeout, as Coach Lexi Moreno wants to talk it over, 12-11, Bedford leading, 2:40 to go in the first. KMAFM.
The new TNT Ford outside Red Oak will have you taking notice. Sure, the name and logo are nice, but those trucks, and more trucks are guaranteed to catch your eye. And Ag Country trucks aren't just about convenience, they're part of the operation. And the sales team at TNT Ford can help you find and finance the right Ford truck to take you from to-do to done with efficiency. Plus, their service team has the know-how to keep your truck at its best. New name, new experience. TNT Ford just east of Red Oak and anytime at TNTFord.com.
Here on KMAFM 99.1, Clarinda, Shenandoah. Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you tonight. 12-11 advantage Bedford, but East Mills has scored the last 5. The Bulldogs, Brian, still looking for their first points of the second quarter.
Yeah, they've had some good looks, Trev. They just can't find it, so maybe the free throw line is the way to go here.
Yeah, they're hoping Anaya Hardy, the sophomore, can give them their first points of the quarter, and she does.
And through all that little dry spell, almost 5.5 minutes, still have the lead. That's a good sign for Coach Wilmar's squad.
Substitution on the East Mills side. Moracle checks out. Hardy will try to get this up to a 3-point lead. Hardy, a sophomore, is a 38% free throw shooter on the year.
Kaylin Moore just checked in for the Bulldogs, number 1. She replaces number 15.
And Paisley Sleep will come out of the Bedford side. So the next free throw from Hardy is good as well. It makes it a 3-point game.
It's still interesting. Simmons yet to enter the game here in the second quarter.
Yeah, she picked up her second foul, about 2.5 left in the first quarter, and has sat since.
She was the offense there for the first 3 minutes of this game.
Vandenberg, right side, Hasty, inside Kraus. Kraus, jumper from her, missed it short. Rebound is grabbed by Sydney Strong of Bedford. 2:20 to go in the half. 14-11 advantage Bedford as they bring it up the floor with Hardy. Hardy, right side, will hand off to Nicholas. The 3-ball rattles in from her.
Caught just enough of the rim, so a little bit of instant offense here for the Bulldogs.
Third triple of the night for the Bulldogs. 17-11 now their lead. Hasty right side will go back to Vandenberg, right back to Hasty. They're really daring her to shoot. Now she goes inside Grindle, back out Kraus. Kraus, long pass in Palmer. Palmer got picked up defensively. Back out to Vandenberg. Now to Kraus. Kraus step on her defender. Got picked up, though. Gives to Grindle. Grindle working along the baseline. Spins around her defender. Shot goes long, though. And Anaya Hardy comes up with the rebound.
I like the move by Grindle. Just a little too hard off glass. Hardy on a push.
Hardy wants to race it up the floor. Then will pull it out of trouble. Right side now. L. Peterman with it on the right wing. Peterman kind of caught. Will go inside. Moore back out to Hardy. Hardy working on Palmer. Finds Moore inside. Puts it up and in.
Nice vision right there. The thought she might take it. She dumped it off to her teammate. And it's like that. 7 straight points for the Bulldogs.
Makes it 19-11. She knew there was 2 defenders on her, which means there was nobody on somebody. And she found who that was. Long pass, Hasty right wing. Thought about the 3. Will go inside Grindle. Grindle contested shot. Gets it to go over the double team.
The Bulldogs are daring the Wolverines to shoot from the perimeter, and good patience by them, I guess, not to. And Grindle finally breaks that scoring drought for the Wolverines.
19-13, under a minute left in the half. Inside, getting behind the defense was Peterman. Misses the layup, though.
It did everything but fall in, didn't it?
It was about 70% in. Ava Grindle came up with a rebound out of that.
Hardy was celebrating the assist, and it just kind of spun out. So chance for the Wolverines here to chip into this lead.
Hasty, a 2-ball from her is off the backboard and good.
I like the bank shot right there. So 4 quick points. Well, the Wolverines as we get ready to close out the quarter.
Makes it 19-15. 20 seconds to go in the half. Bedford can play for the final shot, and it looks like they're going to with Anaya Hardy. Hardy goes right side, Peterman. Peterman down to 7. Got picked up by Palmer. Bounce pass to Hardy down under 5. Hardy attacking. Back out Peterman. Long 2 from her. Well short, and that's how the quarter and the half will end. So we go to the break, 19-15. Bedford leading East Mills. We'll step aside. Halftime coverage coming up here in just a moment. KMA FM 99.1.
Nutrient Ag Solutions takes the responsibility of growing seriously. As a leader in the ag sector, they provide their customers with complete agriculture solutions, including nutrients, crop protection products, seed, service, and digital tools for optimum customer success. Talk with Nutrient Ag Solutions in Westboro, Coyne, Percival, and Essex. Nutrient Ag Solutions, transforming agriculture and feeding the future.
Agricultural business majors at Northwest Missouri State University gain the knowledge and the experiences of agriculture as well as business foundations. Northwest's faculty focuses on 4 core areas: agricultural finance, agricultural marketing, agricultural policy, and economics of agricultural production. Career opportunities in this field at Northwest include agricultural sales representative, grain merchandising, agricultural lender, operations manager, and claims adjuster. Find out more about an agricultural business major at Northwest Missouri State University.
No one succeeds alone. It takes support to get there, sacrifices made by others, wisdom learned and passed on. When your business is agriculture, you dedicate your life to supporting community, doing the hard work that helps all of us thrive. It's why at PCSB, we believe in supporting you. Your success makes our community succeed. PCSB, we believe in you. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. Member FDIC.
Are you dealing with a chronic respiratory condition? Rogers Pharmacy can provide what you need. Rogers Pharmacy offers a full line of respiratory equipment like oxygen, BiPAP, CPAP, and nebulizers. Rogers Pharmacy isn't a big box pharmacy where you may have to wait for days and weeks to get what you need. They're a full-service, independent, family-owned pharmacy, and they go above and beyond to offer you the quality service and products you deserve. See Rogers Pharmacy in Tarkio, Maryville, Mound City, St. Joseph, and Stanberry, Missouri. Visit Rogers Pharmacy online at rogersrx.com.
We're at the break here on KMA FM 99.1. If you're watching KMAland.com, Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you here tonight. 19-15 advantage Bedford in our Corner Conference girls basketball contest. It's starting things here tonight. Brian, we talked about in the open, these are 2 really young teams that I felt like on paper very comparable, and I think through the first 16 minutes we're kind of seeing that, right? Bedford led 12-6 after 1 quarter. East Mills had the first 5 of the second quarter, got it down to 1. Bedford got it up to 8. East Mills, though, last 4 of the half, they've got down to a 4-point game at the break.
It's been a game of little mini runs. And, again, the thing was, Carolyn Simmons started the game. She had 2 threes right away. Bedford was kind of rolling. She got 2 fouls. We haven't seen her since. That was like, what, 3 minutes to go.
Yeah,
pretty early.
Let me see if I can.
So Coach Wilmarth kind of elected to kind of hold her out. Now, it worked out okay because they were able to kind of hold serve there and get the lead. So that allows her to be pretty aggressive. But we'll see what adjustments. East Mills has played primarily man-to-man the first half and really kind of, box things up with the post entries. But Anaya Hardy's had some success attacking the rim. On the flip side, East Mills, the zone really packed in. They really take away any entry pass. And Caitlin Krause has kind of come up with some nice baskets as Loisy Palmer on that mid-range jump shot, as you mentioned.
So far, Anaya Hardy, Caroline Simmons leading the way for Bedford. Trying to see, there's been a lot of rebound opportunities. Hardy's almost with a double-double already. How about 6 points, 8 rebounds? Then on the East Mills side, they're led by Caitlin Krause with 6 points, and Ava Grindle has led their rebounding efforts with 5 boards so far tonight. So we're at the break, 19-15. Bedford leading East Mills. Corner Conference girls basketball action. We're going to step aside, get you an ABC News update. When we come back, we'll have the second half of this Corner Conference girls basketball game. KMA FM 99.1, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
A mystery. The 15-year-old girl shooter killing 2, 6 others hurt before she took her own life.
They're going through her social media, trying to figure out her ideology. They say it had neo-Nazi, leanings. She was celebrating mass shootings, and that she, posted a photo indicating, a celebration of white supremacy. So again, it's very early in the investigation, but they're just trying to use every puzzle piece at their disposal.
ABC's Jacqueline Lee in Madison, Wisconsin. Here in New York City, a grand jury indicted Luigi Mangione for first-degree murder with a terrorism enhancement in the killing of the United Healthcare chief exec, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg.
This was a frightening, well-planned, targeted murder that was intended to cause shock and attention and intimidation.
It's believed Mangione will drop his fight against extradition from Altoona, Pennsylvania on Thursday of this week. On the drone mystery,
there's no national security threat we're seeing at this time and no threat to public safety.
National Security Council spokesman John Kirby.
These drones, these aircraft people are seeing are a mix of law enforcement drones, commercial drones, and hobbyists. We continue to see nothing that indicates a public safety risk.
Members of Congress were briefed on Tuesday. Over 500,000 purported snow tires are being recalled.
Craig's Chen Shan Tire North America is recalling over 500,000 Fortune Tormenta and Prince High Country replacement tires. They're labeled as snow tires but don't have enough traction for severe snow conditions, says the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. It says that could increase the risk of a crash. Owners are expected to be notified by mail about the recall by February.
ABC's Chuck Sievertson. You're listening to ABC News.
Your new Total Wine in Omaha has the largest selection of wines, spirits, and beers. Plus, totally low prices and friendly service from our helpful guides. With over 8,000 wines, 4,500 spirits, and 2,500 beers, you're sure to find your favorites and something new. You can even order delivery, in-store, or curbside pickup. Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More. Now open in Omaha at the shops at Exarban Village at the intersection of Pacific and 72nd Street.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Welcome to Staples.
Help! My family's in for the holidays and I need gift ideas.
That's why we're here. Staples has amazing deals on everything you need. Photo gifts, laptops, and gaming systems. Even custom holiday cards and shipping solutions to send gifts to the family that can't make it.
Perfect! Have anything for Uncle Frank? I love him, but the guy is never quiet.
Noise-canceling headphones. For you.
You get it.
Unwrap huge holiday savings at Staples. And right now at Staples, save up to $350 on select computers. Ends 12/28, in-store only.
On New York's Long Island, authorities brought a 7th murder charge against accused serial murderer Rex Heuermann.
Rex Heuermann came in shackled at the waist, his hands behind his back. He pleaded not guilty, saying, Your Honor, I'm not guilty of all of these crimes that he's been accused of. Now, 7 murders dating from 1993 all the way to 2010, making him allegedly one of the more prolific serial killers.
ABC's Aaron Katersky.
A jury in San Francisco convicted the man who murdered Bob Lee, founder of Cash App.
Bob Lee's murder shook the tech community when he was stabbed to death on a street in San Francisco. But it was not random. It was personal. The suspect turned out to be the brother of a woman who knew Lee, and he was angry with Lee. A 6-man, 6-woman jury rejected first-degree murder, but found tech consultant Nima Momeni guilty of second-degree murder. Lee's brother, Timothy, outside of court.
We're happy that Nima Momeni will not be on the streets and no longer has the opportunity to harm anybody else.
Alex Stone, ABC News.
Svetlana Dali will be cooling her jets in a federal jail cell. A federal magistrate in Buffalo ordered Dali held. She's accused of cutting off her ankle monitor and trying to get into Canada without a passport. She's tentatively scheduled to appear in court in New York City on Friday for bail jumping and the original stowaway charge from an earlier incident aboard a Delta flight for Paris. I'm Richard Kansu, ABC News.
Holidays are upon us, and you know what that means. It's a crazy, stressful time of year. That's why I want to tell you about Magnesium Breakthrough from Bioptimizers, with 7 proven forms of magnesium to target every system in your body. Don't let stress and burnout ruin your holidays. Get Magnesium Breakthrough from Bioptimizers and give your body the magnesium it craves. It's the perfect gift for yourself or a loved one this holiday season. For an exclusive offer, go to bioptimizers.com/radio and use promo code radio during checkout to save 10% and transform your health. That's bioptimizers.com/radio.
This is Sid with Shaw Ag near Trainer. I'm learning all of the ins and outs of agronomy with my dad, Shane. I've learned that Pioneer seed is second to none and that they back that up with proven products and yields. I've also learned that if our customers have a question or a concern, we'll work until we figure out the answer or solution. I'm learning all of this because at Shaw Ag, we've made a commitment, and that commitment is our family helping yours. Call Shane at 712-520-1333.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing. Much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to their communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. Well, to learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
Welcome back to Malvern as we begin the second half here on KMAFM 99.1. Clarinda Shenandoah, Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you here tonight. Corner Conference girls basketball action. 19-15. Bedford leading East Mills. And Brian, as we go the second half, what piques your interest?
Well, I think I want to see Carolyn Simmons back on the floor for Bedford, which we should. And, they hit some threes. I think they've got 3 threes here this first half. It's really propelled them a little bit. Their defense has been pretty good in the half court. It was a stretch where both teams kind of got sloppy with the ball, but then they cleaned things up. And really, we can't say anything about foul trouble other than Simmons with the 2. And I think it's going to be, can East Mills find a way to crack that 2-3 defense? If they can, they can make a run here and see if they can take the lead.
Starters on the floor for both teams will be Kaylin Moore, Caroline Simmons, Michaela Nicholas, L. Peterman, and Anaya Hardy for Bedford, who has the basketball. For East Mills, Ruby Hasty, J.C. Vandenberg, Loisy Palmer, Caitlin Krause, and Ava Grindle. Bedford basketball inside Hardy. Dribbles it out of bounds off of East Mills, though it'll stay with Bedford.
That's probably one thing that Coach Marino did talk about at halftime. The Wolverines find a way to stop Hardy's penetration with the ball under the lane.
Inbound in. Nicholas goes left side to Simmons. Simmons, runner from her, missed it short. Rebound is fought for and grabbed by Ruby Hasty. Simmons had to kind of back off of that with the 2 fouls. So up the floor comes Vandenberg with it.
2-3 defense again by the Bulldogs. Pretty effective in that first half.
Palmer back to Vandenberg. Left side Hasty. Inside Krause. Deflected, stolen away by Peterman. I was about to say, I think the best way to attack a 2-3 is get the ball inside, but they do there and it ends up in a turnover.
Yeah, they really collapsed well to the Bulldogs. And Coach Wilmar thinks he's got to be pretty happy holding this team to 15 points.
Here's Nicholas, who hit a 3 in the second quarter. Now gives to Simmons. Simmons inside touch to Moore. Moore turns around, faces Grindle, back to Simmons. Simmons will head fake, will attack. Right side, Peterman 3, no good. Ava Grindle with another rebound. I believe that's her 6th of the night.
I like the look right there. A little bit of patience, ball inside, kick it back out. They just couldn't get Peterman to get the 3 fall.
Still looking for our first points of the second half. Palmer hesitant to attack. Will go to Vandenberg. They go around the perimeter. Palmer to Hasty, was knocked away. Hasty got it back. Now they go right side Palmer. Palmer inside touch Grindle. 2 defenders are there. Grindle got it for a moment. fight between Simmons and Palmer. Jump ball will stay with East Mills.
Well, you can see the little indecision right there by Lacey Palmer. She's not quite sure, does she want to shoot? If she took a dribble trip, she makes that about a 12-foot shot. And I think Coach Marino would be more than happy with that.
So now Palmer will inbound it. Goes out to Hasty. Hasty inside to Grindle. They crash well, though. She gives to Vandenberg. Vandenberg will go around the perimeter, right side. Palmer will launch the right wing three. Not there at the end of the shot clock. Kraus got the rebound, but kind of stopped because the shot clock went off. Although it hit the rim, so it's a reset. Ends up being a turnover. She throws it out of bounds.
The whistle of the officials are what you got to listen to, but that signal is a little bit similar to that. But, yeah, everybody kind of froze there for a minute, but Bedford will take the ball and the change of possession.
6:15 to go in the third. 19-15 Bedford leading. Looking for our first points of the quarter, and Caroline Simmons gives them.
Tell you what, she's been instant offense right there. 3 threes tonight for her.
She's up to 9 points. The lead is up to 7 at 22-15 after the trade from Caroline Simmons. Palmer, right wing, will attack. Long pass to Hasty. Hasty, stop and shoot over. Defender puts it in.
That's a big basket for the Wolverines. They need to get something going here.
22-17. Bedford leading, 5:45 to go in the third. Simmons will attack. Simmons, runner over Grindle, too long. Rebound corralled by Loisy Palmer. Palmer wanted to go across the court, slows it down to Vandenberg, will bring it across the timeline. 5.5 to go in the third. Vandenberg, right wing, Palmer. Palmer tearing her to shoot. Will go to Vandenberg, now left side, Hasty. Hasty, pull-up jumper from her, no good. Kraus in good position, gets the rebound, takes a step back, puts it off the glass and in.
I like what Caitlin did right there. Backed her way out, Trev. Got a little bit of clearing space. And another putback basket for the Wolverines.
She's up to 8, 5 in a row for East Mills. 22-19. Hardy attacking runner, a little too strong. Rebound Moore. Putback is good.
Nice job by Moore right there. So the offensive glass kind of both teams here in the last few possessions.
Kaylin Moore up to 6 on the night. 24-19 Bedford. 4:55 to go in the third. Right side Palmer to Vandenberg.
Really daring them to shoot from the perimeter, aren't they?
Palmer, long pass to Hasty. Hasty inside, Kraus. Shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound ends up in the hands of Simmons after a joust for it. Here comes Bedford across the floor. Simmons, the ball in her hands. Goes to Hardy, far left side. Hardy will work back towards the center. Right wing, Peterman. Peterman inside, Moore. Moore being guarded by Grindle. Got picked up. Will thread it back out. Sold away by Vandenberg. East Mills with numbers. 3-on-2. Vandenberg to Hasty. Layup off the glass is good.
I like the transition basketball of the Wolverines.
24-21. 7 of the last 9 have gone to East Mills. 4:10 to go in the third. Hardy working left to right. Gives to Peterman, right side. Peterman inside to Moore. Moore being guarded by Grindle on a double team. Then gave to Nicholas. Nicholas Simmons top the key tray. No good off the iron. Long rebound flagged down by J.C. Vandenberg, and a chance to maybe tie it for East Mills on this possession. Throw ahead is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with East Mills.
Hardy jumped that passing lane, knocked it out of bounds. A little bit of flurry of points here. We were kind of quiet there for quite a while. Now both teams kind of heating up a little bit here.
Ava Grindle will come out of the game for East Mills. Looks like Mackenzie Stearns into the lineup. 3:45 to go in the third quarter. 24-21 Bedford. Palmer right side. Again, they're giving her about 6 feet of separation. She'll go inside. Hasty, pull-up jumper, too strong.
A lot of blue shirts that time on the glass for the Bulldogs. Make it into one and done.
Caroline Simmons got the board that time. Now Hardy up the floor, being guarded by Vandenberg. Thought about attacking, gives Nicholas. Right side three, no good, missed it short. Fight for rebound, tipped into the hands of Hasty for East Mills. 3:15 to go in the third. Vandenberg, right side Palmer. Palmer, long pass, Hasty. Hasty inside Stearns. 2 defenders aren't. Tipped to Kraus. Blocked by Peterman on the shot, and a run-out layup for Caroline Simmons. Lays it up and in.
Nice job by Simmons. Kind of took a tough angle on that, but she got the basket. And just like that, she's our first girl in double figures, Trev.
Beat me to it. She's got 11 on the night. The lead is 5, 26-21. 2:50 to go in the third. And Coach Lexi Moreno on the East Mills side will call a timeout. Bedford by 5 here in the third, KBFM.
Shenandoah Medical Center, in collaboration with MD West One, provides the most comprehensive orthopedic care in our region. Whether you have pain stemming from an athletic injury or overuse, you will have immediate access to high-quality orthopedic care. My name is Michael Delcor, and I am an orthopedic surgeon specializing in the upper extremity. Whatever the case, I will work with you to determine the best treatment plan. For more information about our extensive orthopedic coverage, simply call 712-246-7400.
J-Dog Salvage in Bartlett is no stranger to the ups and downs of owning and operating a small business. But no matter how much changes on their end, there's one thing that will always stay the same for their customers. It's cash. Call for the best scrap metal prices in the area and go ahead and test their unloading times. Then, when all is said and done, that's right, leave with cash. J-Dog Salvage, Bartlett, Iowa, 402-290-3124. That's 402-290-3124.
Welcome back to Malvern, KMAFM 99.1, Clarinda, Shenandoah. Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you tonight. 2:51 left here in the third quarter in a 26-21 Bedford edge. East Mills with the basketball coming out of this timeout. Brian, we've seen Bedford, they've set in that 2-3 zone, and East Mills has yet to consistently find a way to crack it. Here's Krause.
They tried to skip pass, but they got to make sure they get a quick shot off it just like that.
Trinity Williams into the game, misses a jumper short, and it's out of bounds. Back to Bedford it'll go. There's a couple different ways to attack it, right? If you've got really good three-point shooters, then it's just, you shoot threes and make them come out and defend.
You can also screen against the zone, too. You can screen the outside girl, but if you're going to skip it, you got to skip it quick across.
Hardy dribble drive out to Peterman. Peterman got picked up defensively by Krause and then had to go behind. It was deflected. Peterman got it back. Bounce pass to Nicholas. Nicholas will give back to Peterman.
Defensive intensity, a little bit more aggressive now with the man-to-man by the Wolverines.
Nicholas gives to Simmons on a handoff. Simmons left side. Peterman. Peterman almost stolen away by Palmer. Is stolen away by Palmer. Lizzie Palmer with the pickpocket. Up the floor. Layup from her is good.
Nice job. Officials letting a little contact, but it's been pretty consistent tonight. And just like that, Wolverines back within a basket.
Palmer gets it down to a three-point game. 26-23. 1:45 to go in the third quarter. Hardy to Simmons. Simmons thought about the three. He'll go inside Moore instead. Moore turns around facing Grindle. Puts it off the glass.
I tell you what, that is a great crossover move. Let's go back to sixth player. There's a guy sitting across from Bedford. Legendary Hall of Fame girls coach Harold Shepard. He would have been very proud of that move. Of course, Connie Schaefer, also a big alum of those people were clinics about teaching you moves like that, Trev.
Attacking was East Mills. Here's a long two. Krause gets it to go.
I like that. I love that shot right there. That's that shot that Coach Marino needs, is that mid-range jump shot.
28-25, 1:10 to go in the third. She's the first Wolverine in double digits tonight with 10. Hardy, bounce pass Nicholas. Three ball from her, well short. Krause comes up with the rebound. A minute to go in the third. 28-25, Bedford on top. Up the floor they go. Williams left side. Long two. No good. Hardy gets the rebound.
A couple more dribbles, she might have been able to get to the rim on that, Trev, but Coach Marino is probably telling her the same thing. Take that all the way. You might get contact in the foul.
Hardy will hand off to Simmons. 40 left in the quarter. Simmons, Nicholas will work right to left. Weave action back to Hardy. Hardy thought about attacking. Now goes left wing Peterman. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Peterman being guarded by Williams. To Hardy. They're getting further away from the basket as the shot clock dwindles down. Now back to Peterman. Goes inside. Moore overthrew her. And it's into the hands of Palmer. Palmer gets another steal. Shot clock turned off for East Mills. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Krause. Bounce pass in. Somebody zigged when she wanted to zag. They get it back, though. Vandenberg inside Krause. Krause back to Vandenberg. Under 10 to go in the quarter. Palmer. Right side Williams. Long two. It's good. It's got a 1-point game.
No hesitation on that shot. We're down to a 1-point game.
Good ball movement by East Mills as Bedford's three-quarter court shot doesn't go at the end of the frame. And 28-27 is our score as we go to the fourth. Buckle up, fun finish could be on the way here at KBFM 99.1. Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Our name says it all. We're Total Farm Solutions. This is Eric with TFS, and when it comes to your operation, we want to be your total partner in and out of the field. We're your Pioneer seed dealer, along with bulk options and seed treatments. And we study genetics, offering scouting, and agronomic solutions. Taking care of our customer is part of our total service. We're Total Farm Solutions. Give us a call or find our office just outside of Carson.
Seeing is believing. That's what you'll hear from customers that choose Barrett Auto Center of Glenwood time and time again. Barrett customers come in for vehicles and service work, but they come back for conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere and it just isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com.
On to the fourth we go in Malvern, 28-27. Bedford leading East Mills. KMA FM 99.1, video KMAland.com. Bedford basketball to start the final 8-minute stanza. Nia Hardy with it. Will drive in. Her jumper is good, and Hardy starts to score.
Right there. Good start for Coach Wilmot here. She kind of bait her into that, and nobody picked her up as she got in the lane, so good way to start the quarter for the Bulldogs.
Hardy flirting with a double-double. 8 points, 9 rebounds by my tally. Back to a 3-point lead. Palmer, top the key, Vandenberg. Williams to Vandenberg. Inside, tried to go to Palmer. Hardy got a hand on it, comes up with a steal.
Did a nice job of reaching around that cleanly and not drawing the foul.
Hardy gets the swipe. She'll bring it up the floor. Left side, Simmons, the hot hand tonight. Misses that one short.
I think she had her eyes on that one. I think she thought it was going to go in, too.
30-27, 7:10 to go in this one. East Mills with the basketball. Right side, Grindle. They extend her out against this zone. She'll now go to Vandenberg. And then a whistle, a timeout taken by East Mills head coach Lexi Moreno. It's a 30. We're back in 30. KMA FM.
Not sure what you want to do with your life? Feel like your job is at a standstill? Get your foot in the door with area manufacturing companies at Iowa Western Community College's SEAM program. Sign up now in the Center of Excellence for Advanced Manufacturing through IWCC. Classes are just 2 early evenings a week with holidays and summers off. Improve your current skills and learn new ones that will give you a new career or even enhance your current one. For more information on SEAM, contact IWCC's Clarinda Center at 712-542-5117.
Welcome back to Malvern, KMA FM 99.1, Clarinda Shenandoah. Trevor Vanderbrandtini with you tonight. 7:01 to go in this one, 30-27. Bedford leading East Mills. East Mills with the basketball. The Wolverines have just kind of hung around all night.
And Coach, I think Marino realized that this is a pretty critical time. We got to have a really valued possession here.
Vandenberg, left side, Trinity Williams. Long pass back to Vandenberg. Inside, Grindle. Grindle working in, drew a double team to Williams. Long two from her, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Kaylin Moore for Bedford. A missed opportunity for East Mills.
A couple of nice big boards by Moore right there, freshman.
Hardy brings it up the floor. Fakes to give to Simmons, now gives to Peterman. Peterman, right side, new face in the game. Will go inside Moore. Moore back out Hardy. Top of the key, Simmons. Simmons, left side to Peterman. It was deflected. They got it back. Peterman drove in, back out to Hardy. Down to 7 on the shot clock, by the way. Hardy inside, Moore. A lot of contact. They let him play through. Palmer comes up with the steal. And a good defensive stand by East Mills.
Yeah, that was a big basket. Look at Moore. Might have a look, and she just couldn't get anything going.
Williams, Vandenberg, inside Grindle, turnaround, catch and shoot is good.
That was a much better flash right there by Grindle, and the ball was a quick entry pass. Resulted in a nice shot. Down to a 1-point game now.
Back down to 1 at 30-29. Ava Grindle kind of a quiet night offensively. She's had a presence on the glass. Peterman, top of the key, thinking about shooting, decides not to. Right wing Simmons. Simmons driving in, got picked up, and she might have traveled. No, a foul bails her out.
I think Trinity Williams kind of a little body contact probably bumped her enough to cause that step. So the official thought the contact was prompted enough to make her move an extra step, so we'll get the foul. But it's been a pretty clean game here.
Substitutions on both sides. Delaney Dalton was in briefly for Bedford. She'll come out. Michaela Nicholas in. Vandenberg out for East Mills. Caitlin Krause back in. 5:33 to go. 30-29. Bedford leading East Mills. Nicholas on the inbound. Out to Simmons. Catch and shoot triple. Missed it short. Good box out and rebound by Mackenzie Stearns.
She's had a couple good looks at threes, but I think Coach Wilmot would like to see her keep shooting.
East Mills a chance to take their first lead since it was 2-0. Pass inside Grindle. Grindle driving in. Kick out Williams. Long two for the lead. Yes.
Williams is not, I like what she's done, Trev. She's not been bashful about taking the shot. And she mentioned East Mills now, their first lead since early in this ballgame.
Trinity Williams makes it 31-30. Hardy spins around a defender. Off balance runner from her. Way too long. Rebound by Palmer. And they'll let Williams run point. 4:50 to go in this one. 31-30. Advantage East Mills. Palmer inside to Grindle. Grindle head fake, drives it on Hardy, creates separation, misses a shot short. Hardy gets what I believe is her 10th rebound of the night.
Well, Grindle had a good look at that, just couldn't get that shot to fall.
And now Coach Robin Wilmarth on the Bedford side will take a timeout. 4:35 to go, 31-30. Advantage East Mills here on KMAFM.
Are you ready to grow your future with a bank that truly cares? Welcome to Malvern Bank, where we're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in success. At Malvern Bank, we specialize in ag loans that help our local farmers thrive. Whether you're planting seeds for the future or expanding your current operations, we've got the financing solutions to help your farm flourish. So why wait? Visit us today and see how Malvern Bank can make a difference in your life. Together, let's grow our future. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
4:35 to go in this one, 31-30. East Mills leading Bedford here on KMAFM 99.1. Clarinda Shenandoah, Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you tonight. Brian, we've been in for a treat so far tonight, and East Mills, after kind of hanging around, finally just took their first lead.
You're right, hanging around is a good thing. Bedford just not able to kind of get that separation they were looking for. Carolyn Simmons had a couple good looks at three that might have bumped it up to 4 or 5 points. They fell short. But give the Wolverines credit. They got the ball the last couple times into the paint. And then Trinity Williams has hit a couple big baskets tonight to really kind of give them a little extra offense here in this fourth quarter.
They led by as many as 8 in the second quarter, did Bedford, but never were able to balloon that anymore. And now they find themselves down by 1 with the basketball. 4.5 left in this one. Simmons almost turns it over. It's on the floor. She might have turned it over. She did. Grindle had it. And a jump ball is called. The arrow will go to East Mills.
Karen Simmons took her eye off. She kind of looked up and, like you mentioned, lost the handle and just kind of ended up in the rugby scrum right there and ended up in a tie-up. And out of the timeouts, nothing happening for the Bulldogs.
East Mills basketball, 4:20 to go in this one. Up by 1 at 31-30. Left side Palmer. Back to Williams. Williams back to Palmer. Palmer, they're still giving her space outside on the wing. Goes to Williams. 3 ball from her is good.
Well, she's been the MVP of the second half because she's just not been bashful about taking shots. And that's, I think, 3 of them this quarter.
Yeah, 7 second half points. Simmons in transition. 3 missed short. Grindle rebound.
Just like this now, East Mills in control of the 4-point lead and the ball, Trev.
34-30. East Mills leading with 3:45 to go. Williams left side to Palmer, back to Williams. Williams inside Grindle. Grindle turnaround, got picked up, gives back to Williams. Top the key, Krause for 3. It's no good. Stearns almost had the rebound, couldn't hang on to it. It'll go back to Bedford with 3:31 left.
Marino's and Coach Thunberg over there for the Wolverines made an adjustment. They put Grindle and Williams on the same side, so if you double down, you're leaving Williams open on the perimeter because she's hit some shots, and if you don't, then Grindle's probably got a one-on-one in the post.
3.5 to go. We'll see a substitution on the East Mills side. Mackenzie Stearns out of the ball game. They're bringing Vandenberg back in. Been a relatively clean game in terms of fouls. Just 1 total foul in the first 4.5 minutes of this quarter. Simmons to Hardy. Hardy attacking. It was poked. Nicholas got it back for Bedford on the left wing. Now she'll go left side. Hardy to Moore. Back to Nicholas. Catch and shoot 3. They need it. It's no good. Williams with the rebound for East Mills. 3 to go.
I like the offensive action right there. The Bulldogs, little dribble drive penetration. They just missed their last 3s.
Williams, who's been the spark tonight, goes to Vandenberg. Vandenberg back to Williams. Williams, long pass Vandenberg. Bounce pass in Palmer. Palmer to Krause. Krause inside Grindle. Grindle back to Krause. Long 2 from her is good.
There's the shot right there.
Good ball movement.
That mid-range shot's been the friend of the Wolverines tonight.
36-30. Advantage East Mills. 2.5 to go. A 9-0 run for the Wolverines. Inside Moore. Grindle wrestles it away. It ends up in the hands of Krause. Up the floor they go. Palmer. Palmer to Vandenberg, almost stolen away by Simmons. Inside, Grindle drew the double team and is fouled as she tried to kick it back out. Not a bad foul.
No, I guess the first foul of the quarter.
It is.
So now you're at Coach Wilmar, 2:16 to go. You're down 6. Do you think about at some point here, probably extending? You're not really foul trouble. Maybe start extending your defense. Maybe get some transition baskets on steals.
Inbound out to Williams to Vandenberg. Vandenberg attacks, goes inside Grindle. Step on her defender, puts it up and in.
Little hesitation. And a size advantage right now taking its toll here on the Bedford Bulldogs.
An 11-0 East Mills run has gotten to 38-30 with 2 minutes to go. Bedford needs a spark in a bad way. More tough shot from her doesn't go. Rebound Vandenberg. East Mills will bring it up the floor. Minute 45 to go. Krause driving in, goes to Grindle. Grindle jumper, no good. Rebound grabbed by Hardy, and then a foul called on Grindle as they were turning around.
I think Coach Marino was probably saying, look, we got 1:41 to go. We're up 8. Even if we run this down in 30 seconds, it's a little tough. You don't want a quick shot on that possession.
A minute 35 to go in this one. Here's a 3 Hardy. They need it. It's not there. And the rebound is flagged down by Caitlin Krause for East Mills.
Well, they've had some looks, Trev. They just have not been able to find the end of the basket there. Now let's see if Wolverines kind of spread the floor just a little bit here.
Right side Williams will go in the corner. Palmer, minute 15. Yeah, if I'm Coach Marino, I'm looking for free throws and layups here. Palmer out to Williams. 15 on the shot clock. Now to Grindle.
If you're Bedford, you're probably going to have to come out man-to-man and put a little bit more ball pressure on them.
Here's Williams at 2. It's no good. Hardy gets the rebound, and Bedford's got to go. A minute to go, down by 8, and Coach Wilmarth will call a timeout. 59.4 to go. And Brian, to your point, I imagine this timeout is more so for the defensive end, right?
Well, I mean, I think she's got 2 left, does Coach Wilmarth. So what you're thinking is right now, hey, we've got to be able to, get a basket here at some point, either 2 or 3, and we've got to get into our defense. We're going to have to extend the defense, probably put either a zone press or a man-to-man press on. And then if we score, let's get score. We don't have a lot of time to, work the ball around. And if you got opportunities, probably get something going the rim. And you get some contact, Trev, at least you're going to stop the clock and maybe get a shooting foul. Coach Marino's job is right now, look, girls, hey, get the ball in, handle the pressure, secure the ball. A jump ball will go to the Bedford Bulldogs, so you don't want to tie up if you're the Wolverines. And be ready to be hounded on defensively, take care of the basketball, and come meet every pass.
If you're just tuning in, Bedford led 12-6 after 1, and they took a 19-15 lead into the break. They led by as many as 8 in the second quarter. East Mills finished with a 4-point spurt at the end of the third quarter to get us to, it was, I believe, 21-19, 21-15 at the end of the, or 19-15, excuse me, at the end of the halftime. And then an 11-2 quarter right now for East Mills. An 11-0 run at that has got them up by 8 with under a minute to go. Bedford basketball coming out of this timeout. Simmons wanting to attack. Now gives to Nicholas. They got to move a little quicker. Hardy to Nicholas. Back to Hardy. Hardy inside Nicholas. Nicholas will go along the baseline. Stepped on the line. It's going to go back to East Mills.
Well, good job of the Wolverines. They knew they were probably looking at a 3, so they really pressured the 3-point line and ran the shooters off the line, Trev. And Simmons and Hardy really couldn't get a good look. And as you mentioned, it worked. So now here's the extended press by the Bulldogs.
Back to my point, it was 28-27 at the end of the third quarter.
There's the turnover.
Stolen away, deflected by Peterman, stolen by Nicholas, but Bedford's got to go. Hardy inside Simmons. 2 is no good. Rebound corralled by Krause.
Shot clock is off. Your Wolverines just get it across the line. They're going to get a timeout.
Coach Moreno going to call a timeout. 25 seconds left in this one. 38-30. East Mills on top here on KMAFM.
Need a pick-me-up? How about a pick-me-up that gives you wings? Right now, Red Bull is on sale at Cubby's. Whether you need an energy boost to power through your workday or a refreshing drink to keep you going during a workout, Cubby's has you covered. With Red Bull on sale, there's no better time to stock up. Get the 8.4-ounce, 3 for just $6, and the 12-ounce Red Bull, 2 for only $5.75. So why wait? Swing by Cubby's today and snag yourself some Red Bull at an unbeatable price. Get the energy you need to tackle anything life throws your way with Red Bull and Cubby's, the very best in convenience.
Reliable internet matters to you, and it matters to FMTC too. So what does reliable look like? At FMTC, reliable means 99% uptime. And if there's a problem, we measure resolution in minutes, not hours or days. You need bandwidth, and FMTC has it. Up to 1 gig. Our fiber internet offers equal download and upload speeds, in addition to being unlimited and reliable. FMTC Fiber, internet worth talking about.
Welcome back to Malvern. 24.9 seconds to go in this one, and a very young East Mills squad on the brink of a gritty win, up by 8 over Bedford right now. And with the basketball, they'll inbound it in to Hasty. Now Vandenberg with it, and Bedford, I think, just going to let this play out.
Yeah, I mean, unless you...
As I say that, Simmons tries to get a steal and foul.
If you pressure a little bit more and get a steal right away, you can get a transition basket. But East Mills' job right now is to take care of the ball.
So East Mills, who led it 2-0 and then didn't lead again until midway through the fourth quarter, is going to move to 5-1 with a lineup that features 3 freshmen and 2 juniors. As Grindle inside will give back to Hasty, and we'll dribble this one out. And the Wolverines find a way tonight to get a 38-30 win over Bedford. Brian Bertini, your thoughts?
Well, I thought their defense really stepped up. I mean, they only allowed, 2 points in the fourth quarter. It was 28-27. Bedford led after 3 quarters, and then Bedford only gets to 2 points the rest of the way for 8 minutes. So credit to the defensive adjustments, and I thought the girl that kind of stepped up was, Trinity Williams. She hit some big shots and kind of just allowed them to kind of get in some groove, and then the ball got inside to Grindle. Krause hit a couple shots. What a nice second half for the Wolverines and Coach Marino.
And Caitlin Krause led them with 12 points. Trinity Williams with 7 big fourth quarter points, and East Mills now 5-1 of the year. Bedford was led by 11 points from Caroline Simmons. They dropped to 3-4 on the year. We've got what could be a doozy of a boys game coming up. 2 undefeated teams looking to stake their spot atop the corner conference here in just a little bit. We'll have that game for you coming up. Meantime, we're going to play some previously recorded interviews. We're going to hear from Iowa Western head football coach Scott Strohmeyer as his team gets ready to play for the NJCAA National Championship tomorrow night. We'll be back with the nightcap for a doubleheader here in a little bit. KMAFM. Welcome back into Upon Further Review at Iowa Western Community College. Getting ready to play in the national championship game coming up on Wednesday night. So they'll take on Hutchinson Community College. And we're excited now to talk with Iowa Western head coach Scott Strohmeyer. Coach, thanks for joining us today. How are we doing?
We're doing good. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, always appreciate you taking time to chat with us. Another trip to a national title game, another big opportunity ahead of the team and the program. I know it's something you guys have been accustomed to over the years, but every trip, every journey is different. Tell me what it means for this group to have this opportunity in front of them.
Well, I mean, like I tell our guys all the time, like, you don't get these opportunities. It's not easy to get to, to go through the gauntlet that we went through and, to handle each game and to take care of business the way we did, after a loss, the second game of the week. Enjoy the moment. We're still going to go try to make history. Nobody's ever won 3 in a row, and nobody's played in 4 straight. So we've already started one, but let's try to get the third one. And our guys are excited. Like I said, every year it's a little different. Your team's a little bit different, and these guys answered the bell every single week and put themselves in position.
You get to this point with the semifinal win over Northwest Mississippi. I know a program that your program has become very familiar with over the years. That was a tied game at halftime or late first half. Then you scored 21 unanswered to get the win. Tell me about finishing strong in that game and what you guys did down the stretch that allowed you to do that.
Well, I thought, early on, the game started as bad as it could with a special team, 2 special teams turnovers, a punt. We dropped the punt snap, and they got a short field and scored. And then next ensuing kickoff, we fumbled, and we held them to no points. And I think that was key for us to kind of get us into rhythm and get going. To the score right before the half to go up 21-14, I thought was really a key point in the game. And then the second half, we made a few adjustments. We ran the football. I mean, I think we threw it 7 times in the second half and just kept pounding it. And I felt we could wear them down. I was really really felt the way the game was going. If we could get 2 scores up, we got a really, really good shot at finishing the thing off. And when we go up 2 scores, you could see it kind of deflate the Northwest team, and we were able to get one more in, and our defense played really well.
Again, we're talking with Scott Strohmeyer, head football coach at Western Community College, as his team gets ready for the NJCAA National Championship game against Hutchinson Community College on Wednesday. Hunter Deckers has led the offense this year. You know, I think everybody across the state is familiar with him and his skill set and what he's able to do with the football in his hands. I know it's probably not been the easiest situation for Hunter this year, but tell me about him as a quarterback and how he's grown and matured throughout the year.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, like you said, everybody knows the talent that he has and you know, his unfortunate situation, and he's humbled. It's humbled him. The thing is with him, Hunter just wants to play football. I mean, that's what he wants to do, and I think he's handled the situation extremely well. The kids, right from the beginning, and he fits in with the group. You know, they've all kind of rallied around him, and obviously when you see the talent that he has, it's easy to rally, but he's, you know, anytime you bring in a guy of his nature, you know, how are they going to respond at the junior college level? And he's done it as good as anybody that we brought down from a higher level. But like I said, he just wants to play football, and this was his opportunity to continue to play and hopefully for the next step in his career.
Who have been some of the other standouts and leaders of this team as you guys have gone on this journey this year?
Well, defensively, Lucas Struck, he's at safety from Waukee, and, you know, he leads their team in tackles. He's just kind of the quarterback back there. Done a really, really nice job. You know, then we had, you know, Walt Gray and Dom Wiseman, our 2 returning defensive linemen that, you know, kind of took us a little bit of time to get going defensively. And those 2 guys really were key factors in just the development throughout the course of the season. And the expectations, you know, what our expectations are if you want to play defense at Iowa Western. Titus Myers has been a really, really good wide receiver for us. Fresh Walters, you know, both those guys are Big Ten playmakers. I think where it starts is I've been really impressed with our offensive line development with only 1 returning starter from last year's team. And those guys have really done a good job of protecting Hunter. And then as of late and last week, running the football for 250 yards against a really good Northwest team. I think those guys have really been kind of I don't want to say surprised, but I think they've really developed through the course of the year, and we need them.
Go all the way back to the start of the year to where we are now. Where has been like the biggest area of growth with this team?
Well, I think experience and confidence, because we weren't very experienced when we came into the season. And, you know, in teams, we've been so dominant on defense, and then to win a 42-41 game in overtime against Georgia Military on the road when you know, it was back and forth. Then the following week, we ended up losing to Hutch 39-38. We went for 2 for the win and didn't get it. But that second half of Hutch, we played a lot better. And then it was really the Dodge City game. It was 9-9 at halftime, and it shouldn't have been that close, but it was 9-9. That second half, we scored on 5 straight possessions. And I think you could just see the confidence level. If we play to our ability, offensively and defensively, we can be really good. And really, we played standout the rest of the season, you know, minus the last game of the year against Highland, which is always tough when you know you're in the playoffs, you win, you're in, you're the number 1 seed, and they don't have a great record. But we found a way to win, and I think that was the thing on the road and when things didn't go our way. So I just think they got more experience, but more importantly, they're way more confident today than they were early in the season.
Now, looking ahead to the national title game with Hutchinson, you mentioned, you know, having seen them earlier this year, familiar with them. Tell me a little bit about that game and the challenges that going against a team like them presents to your squad.
Well, one, they're extremely well coached, you know, and I think that's the thing when you play in games like this. It's nice as a coach because they're well coached, and I feel we're well coached. And so it comes down to really who's going to step up in these games. We're pretty familiar with both sides. They're them with us and us with them. At the end of the day, you can't reinvent the wheel. Everybody's going to have some some wrinkles within their offense and looking at their tendencies, but you're going to do what got you to that point, and theirs starts with running the football. Either their quarterback, Wayman Jordan, or their quarterback are both really talented in the run game. And so we know they're going to do it. They are explosive to throw it too, but those two are their key. And if you can limit them and hold them, just know they're going to get their yards, but you just can't get them in big chunks like they did the first time we played. And then offensively, we got to be efficient. They're talented on defense. They mix up their looks a little bit. So we got to protect Hunter. We got to find ways to run the football and just be efficient.
Yeah, one win away from doing something that you mentioned, nobody's ever done before with 3 in a row. To make that happen, what do you guys have to do on Wednesday?
Well, contain the run game. I kind of touched on it a little bit. Contain the run. Limit their explosives. If we can do that, we got a shot. And then offensively, like I said, we got to find a way to run the football and play for. It's going to be a battle for 60 minutes. We know that, and so we haven't really hurt ourselves a lot this year with mistakes. And we did in the games that were tight. We turned the football over, so we can't. And I think if we can protect the football, control, slow down the run game a little bit, I think we got a shot. We're going to have a good shot to be in it at the end of the game.
Scott Strohmeyer, head football coach at Iowa Western Community College. Coach, we appreciate the time today. Thank you, and wish you the best of luck going forward.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Another class of 2025 college decision maker joining us today to talk about, their college decision. Mary Stevens from Underwood has recently signed to take her softball talents to the next level with Kansas City, Kansas, and is with us right now. Mary, how are we doing today?
Great. How about you?
Doing well. Appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. Congratulations to you. Obviously, exciting times and a good opportunity, I'm sure. I guess let's get into that a little bit. Kind of, your recruiting process, how you made the decision that Kansas City, Kansas was the spot that you wanted to go.
Yeah, of course. So I had always known that I wanted to play college softball. So I was looking at a bunch of different colleges, which is always stressful, but Coach Martinez had said that he had contacted a coach for me and I should check her out. And Coach Ross had initially reached out to me and we had a phone call, and I just thought that we automatically clicked. I felt a great connection with her as a coach, and it was great that she didn't mind me stumbling over my words and being very nervous when talking to an adult. But we ended up scheduling a visit, and I had gone on other college visits at the time, but when I had went there and watched their team and just how they presented themselves as a whole, I knew right then and there that I wanted to be a part of it. And Coach Ross had also told me that it was her goal not to develop me just as a player, but as my strength and character. And you can't really find that with many other coaches. So I just knew it was a great decision for me.
Oh, that's awesome. That sounds like a great fit and a great decision for you. You mentioned, quite a few things there in terms of, what stood out to you. But ultimately, when you were, making that choice, when you were like, this is why I am going to Kansas City, Kansas, I guess, what were the things about the school and the program that you really liked?
They were very on top of things. I had the privilege of getting to watch them actually play like a scrimmage against each other, and they were very constructed, and they all looked like they knew what they were doing, and there was no hesitation, and they trusted themselves enough, which I thought would be really good for me to discover and figure out for myself as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. Again, Mary Stevens from Underwood going to play softball the next level with Kansas City, Kansas, and she had a great junior year, Mary, and obviously a great career as a whole. When did you, though, you mentioned you kind of always have had this, kind of in the back of your mind that you wanted to play at the next level. When did you realize that was something that you could do, and it was something that, you wanted to pursue?
Yeah, well, my sophomore year, I started to go to college camps and all that other stuff, and I realized that it could be something I could do in the future because I got to talking to all these coaches, and of course, Coach Martinez had been telling me all this time that I could and was trying to prepare me. So I feel like probably around freshman to sophomore years when I was like, I can really do this, and it's not just a dream that I've been imagining my whole life.
Yeah, great. I guess we talked a little bit, we pretty much have talked extensively about what you like about Kansas City, Kansas. What about, Coach Ross and maybe some other, the coaching staff there at Kansas City, Kansas? What did they like about your game and then they felt would fit in with their program?
I think Coach Ross saw the potential and passion in me because I always say that I know if I can't beat someone out in strength or size, I will outwork them in drive and passion. And I think she kind of saw that fire in me when I first met her and got to talk to her, and she got to watch me play. So, yeah.
Yeah, you did a little pitching, but you're, obviously very, very good at the plate. So are you kind of focused on position player, or are you two-way, or what's the thought there?
So she had originally asked me if I wanted to play shortstop, and I think we had both kind of established that there was a good chance I'd play short. Mm-hmm. But truthfully, I will go anywhere she puts me, no matter where I go. I'll try to master it and put my heart in there as best I can. But if shortstop is where I go, I think that'd be one of the best places for me to go. Yeah,
kind of an obvious question that I always ask anyway, though. What's it mean to you, to have this opportunity? You put in a lot of time and effort, and softball obviously is a sport that you love. What's it mean to get this chance to play at the collegiate level?
Yeah, of course. It means the whole entire world to me because I've always known this is the path I wanted to go. So kind of just admitting that it's real is just absolutely crazy. And softball has just really been that one constant in my life that I've always been able to go to. And it's seen every part of me through blood, sweat, and tears. And now I kind of get the opportunity to see it in a completely different light.
Awesome.
And to having Coach Ross, believe in me, gives me that confidence that I can go to the next level.
That's great. Now, before I let you go, I always like to ask this question as well. Who are the people that have also been important in helping you out along the way? Not just, obviously you've had a major role and a large majority of the role in getting you to this point, but who are some other people that you would like to shout out and thank?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, my amazing family has been so supportive throughout these years, and they've taught me almost everything I know, and they are so incredibly loving. And both of my parents were college athletes at Nebraska, so they have always been kind of preparing me for that as much as they could. And, of course, I have to thank my incredible coaches that I have been so fortunate to have, like Coach Martinez and that family and Claire Fisher. Coaches like him and his kids only come around really once in a lifetime, and they have taught me almost everything I know. And their constant support and, being role models has provided so much for me. And it's the reason that I have the opportunity to play at this collegiate level, which is amazing. And they have just pushed me and believed in me in ways I didn't even know were possible. And then, obviously, my teammates and my friends, which don't even are, taken with softball, like my basketball teammates and my golf teammates, and every one of them have really been supportive and shown me that I can do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Mary Stevens, again, from Underwood, going to play softball at the next level for Kansas City, Kansas. Mary, congratulations again. We appreciate the time, and we wish you the best rest of your senior year and beyond, all right?
Thank you so much.
Welcome back into Upon Further Review, and we're talking now with our Jim Hughes Real Estate Campaign Female Athlete of the Week. Haley Armstrong of Atlantic had a phenomenal showing at the Council Bluffs Wrestling Classic this past weekend, and for that, she earns this honor. Haley, thanks for joining us today. How are we doing?
Pretty good.
Good. Well, hey, we appreciate you taking time to chat with us. I mean, you're coming off of a phenomenal showing at one of the top tournaments, not just in the state, but across the Midwest. Thoughts and feelings on winning the CB Classic, and what did that mean to you to put together that kind of showing?
I feel really good about winning it. I was really proud on how I wrestled. I was getting good shots on and finishing my moves really well. And I feel like I put in a lot of work for this, and I'm really glad I got to win it and did good.
Absolutely. And when you're going into a tournament like that, I mean, you're going to see really good competition, and obviously you want to win every tournament, but also the hope is that, at least you're going to learn and get better from it. How exciting, how nerve-wracking was it going, seeing your bracket and realizing there were a lot of really good girls in it that you were going to have to face throughout the weekend?
I wasn't really nervous. I was just excited to be able to wrestle, and I knew that there was going to be good girls, but everybody's beatable, and I just remembered that anybody can be beat, and I just have to go in there with a confident attitude.
Yeah, take us through your tournament. So you end up wrestling 6 matches. I believe all 6 were wins by fall, and I'm trying to look here. I think 5 of the 6 or 4 of the 6 were in the first period. What do you remember kind of about your weekend and what you were able to do well throughout the weekend there?
I remember that I was taking really good shots and like finishing them, and I was getting the girls turned in quick amount of time, and I think 2 of my matches went into the second period. Those girls were hand fighting really well, but I was able to get an inside tie and really work my moves and be able to take them down fast.
Yeah, speak to your shot selection. Obviously, it was good throughout the weekend. What were the things you were getting to and doing offensively that allowed you to make quick work of your opponents?
I was doing good, like inside shots, high C's, getting an arm on bottom and getting to a hammer so I can turn them.
Again, we're talking with Haley Armstrong of Atlantic, our latest Jim Hughes Real Estate Cam-A-Land Female Athlete of the Week. You're now a junior. You came onto the scene as a freshman. I remember had a really, really good season, and you medal, and then you make another step forward last year, and then it seems like you've at least showed that you're capable. All right, we're back here in Malvern. KMAFM 99.1, Clarinda Shadow, the spot for this corner conference boys basketball matchup, and it is a battle of 2 unbeaten teams. Trevor Bader, Brian Bertini with you tonight. We should be in store for a doozy, Brian.
Yeah, the girls' game kind of lived up to what we thought. A back-and-forth battle, both teams staying close. And I think we might see some of the same here tonight.
Yeah, so getting ready to get things going, and the tip is won by Bedford. They'll have the basketball. Let's set the lineups for you for both teams we get going. Cal Peterman, Brody King, Garrison Motzinger, Marcus Knighton, and Hayden Rydell, the lineup for the Bulldogs, 6-0 under head coach Tanner Peterman. Knighton, a runner from him, is good, and Bedford's on the board first.
Nice start. And Peterman, of course, comes in averaging about 25 points a game, so definitely something Coach Stokes and his squad are going to have to keep an eye on.
For East Mills, Caleb Urban, Jackson Embry, Mason Camden, along with Fletcher Proctor and Sheldon Vandenberg, the lineup for the Wolverines, who are 3-0 under the co-head coaching duo of Dan Stokes and Kevin Schaefer. Urban will attack. Kick back out Proctor. A little bit of a loose ball. Stolen away by King. King up the floor. Got picked up defensively. Gives to Peterman, top the key. Now to Knighton. Catch and shoot. Tray ball from him is no good. Rebound, though, grabbed underneath by Hayden Rydell, who puts it up and in.
Nice job by Rydell right there. Power dribble up and quick 4 points for the Bulldogs here.
Yeah, Bedford out to an early 4-0 lead, 6:55 to go in the first quarter of this quarter conference contest. Urban with it out near the EM logo. Will work right to left. Gets a screen from Proctor, now gives to Proctor. Proctor right side Embry. Embry will work right to left. Back top of the key Proctor. Left side Urban. 15 on the shot clock. Urban runs in. Runner off the glass and good.
Nice job by Urban. High off the glass right there. Kind of had to with the defender farm way up there. Wolverines on the board.
4-2 Bedford. 6:25 to go in the first quarter. King being guarded by Camden. East Mills will get in your shorts defensively. Now Motzinger driving in. Off balance shot from him, no good. Rebound grab by Rydell. Kick out Knighton. Knighton attacking, got picked up defensively, puts it up, misses it short. And the rebound is tipped into the hands of Jackson Embry. East Mills wants to run now. Camden up the floor, right side. Deflected by Motzinger, out of bounds. It'll stay with East Mills.
Knighton had a good chance at a putback for the Bulldogs, just couldn't get it to go. And again, East Mills electing to push the ball hard up the floor, see if they can get some mismatches there in the fast break.
These two teams have got to know each other quite well over the last couple of years. East Mills with the basketball. Sheldon Vandenberg will go left side Camden. Camden, little ball fake, drives in hard to the hoop, missed it short. Rebound by Peterman, rather, for Bedford. Here come the Bulldogs with numbers. Peterman, left side, gets picked up defensively, out top to King. King will attack in on Camden. Kick back out, Peterman, left side, tray, bang.
Nice job. Nice patience by Cal Peterman, too. Didn't force anything early right there, and that's a matchup to watch. Embry's guarding him at least early in the ball game.
When I talked to Peterman before the season as part of our Names to Know series, he mentioned that increasing his outside game was an area he wanted to grow. Embry misses a three. Marcus Knighton comes up with the rebound for Bedford, and a foul on East Mills as Knighton was bringing it up the floor. Both these teams undefeated. I mentioned they do have some history. Now, this is Bedford's first year in the corner conference, but it's the fifth meeting between these two teams in the last 2 years. They met in the regular season on this date. They've also met in the postseason and district finals each of the last 2 years. Bedford winning both those. East Mills winning both regular season matchups.
Peterman out to King. He'll launch a deep three. It's good.
Nice patience right there. King thought about it, but Brody got his feet underneath him, and Bulldogs coming out with fire to start his first quarter.
King's got some range at different times. Shows it there, and it's 10-2 advantage Bedford. Now here's a deflection. Stolen away by Motzinger. Motzinger up the floor. Got picked up. Gives to King. King up top. Peterman. Peterman will drive in. Got picked up. Back out to King. King being guarded by Urban will give to Peterman. Peterman, little ball fake, driving in, kick right side Motzinger. Motzinger back to Peterman. Peterman, jumper is no good, and the rebound is grabbed for East Mills by Sheldon Vandenberg. 4:20 to go in the quarters. A foul as they brought it up the floor. I think it's going to be on Knighton.
He tried to reach around, got a little bit too much of the arm right there.
See, first personal foul on Knighton, first team foul on Bedford, relatively clean through the first 3.5 minutes on both sides.
You mentioned Coach Stokes and, of course, Coach Kevin Schaefer, who long time coach. So you're going to see lots of his still fingerprints and on this squad, which is that defense, be aggressive, and he does a really good job of making adjustments and adaptations throughout the game. So
Camden travels with his back to the basket. Of course, Mason Camden, a freshman, his sister Madison was a really good hooper for Glenwood back in the day. 4:12 to go in the quarters. We'll see our first substitution of the night, and Camden comes out of the East Mills side. We'll bring Mitchell Stokes into the game.
And Bedford played the ball game last night, beat Southwest Valley 52-40. East Mills, again, it's been a week since they played.
Knighton to Peterman. Yeah, they took a fight from the Timberwolves last night. It was a 2-point game go to the fourth, end up winning by 12.
You always wonder how teams going to, on a back-to-back night. It's always interesting. Good defense right there by.
Good clean block by Vandenberg.
Yes, it was. Off the body of, I think that was Motzinger, as he tried to go up. So ends up being a turnover.
So back to East Mills it goes. 3:45 to go in the first quarter. 10-2 Bedford. They'll put together some extended pressure defensively.
Race to 40, right?
Embry off balance through some contact. No good. Rebound into the hands of Vandenberg, and he's fouled going up. Yeah, these two played in a district final last year in Corning, a game I did. 36-34 was the final. The year before they played a district final in Shenandoah. I'd have to look. I believe it was 44-35 or somewhere in that territory.
Both teams value possessions. They've got athletes that can cover, defend. And when you've got teams that are evenly matched, it's just hard to get some separation.
Cal Peterman, the guilty party on that foul. Sheldon Vandenberg at the free throw line knocks down his first. We'll see Quentin Dalton come into the game on the Bedford side. Marcus Knighton will check out. And Vandenberg misses the second one. Rebound is grabbed by Hayden Rydell for Bedford. Up the floor they go. Motzinger inside Dalton. Dalton working around the top of the perimeter. Gives to Peterman. Back right side.
Game, little inside out look here.
Inside Rydell. Drew a couple defenders to King. He'll go back inside Rydell. His defender left his feet. He had an open look. Couldn't hang on to it. Stolen away by Embry. Ahead to Vandenberg. Vandenberg through the contact draws the foul, and he's got free throws coming up.
Vandenberg kind of slide stepped in there. I think Quentin Dalton tried to get out of the way a little bit, Trev, but he just couldn't do a little bit too much of the lower body and get some free throws coming up for the Wolverines.
So now Sheldon Vandenberg will go to the free throw line. That's the first foul on Dalton. Vandenberg, a 45.5% free throw shooter on the good end of the average there.
Well, this will be a game, if you mentioned, Trev, it's going to be low scoring. Boy, free throws, even in the first quarter, they're going to be a premium, aren't they?
Absolutely. Free throws and taking advantage of offensive rebounds. Probably the two hidden keys in this game. Maybe they're not even hidden. Vandenberg makes both. It's 10-5. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Dalton will go right side Motzinger. Motzinger wanting to drive in on Vandenberg. He will, and got fouled as he was driving in.
Motzinger, quick little crossover right there. And I think Vandenberg, a little bit of the knee right there as he stuck it out. That's the
second team foul on East Mills. And to go along with the note of the importance of free throws, Brian, with that, the foul trouble is going to perhaps surmount up as well.
Yeah, both teams are really going to get after you. So
Rydell, turn around, shoot, foul. Neither team particularly deep. I did an East Mills game this year against Lex. They only played 6 guys. Bedford only suits 10. So neither team extremely deep. As that foul on Urban is his first, and he'll put Hayden Rydell at the free throw line. He knocks it down.
And he's a guy right there, Rydell, that 6'4" frame, the junior, really kind of have an impact. He's a guy that I think can really show he can really get to the glass for the Bedford Bulldogs.
Rydell makes them both. We'll make it 12-5, and now a substitution, but a timeout also taken by Bedford. It's a 30. We're back at 30. 2:46 left in the first. KMAFM, 12-5 Bulldogs.
Overcast tonight with a low of 24. Northerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Mainly clear skies tomorrow. High temperatures reach up to 37. Lows level off around 24 tomorrow night. Partly cloudy skies. Upper 40s Thursday, turning much cooler on Friday with highs in the upper 20s. Looking further out, 35 Saturday, 40 Sunday, and 43 on Monday. I'm weatherology meteorologist Laura Lockwood on KMA. Right now, 38.
Welcome back to Malvern, KMAFM 99.1, Clarinda Shenandoah. Trevor Mater, Brian Bertini with you here tonight, 12-5. Bedford leading East Mills with 2:46 to go in the first quarter of this corner conference contest. Both teams undefeated coming into the night. East Mills basketball out of the timeout. Bedford with their extended pressure. They'll bring it up the floor. Urban tried to go inside to Embry, overthrew him, but last touch by a Bulldog. It'll stay with East Mills. So East Mills basketball. They will inbound it in. It looks like Camden is the inbounder. He'll go way out top Embry. Embry pass was deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with East Mills. 2:31 to go in the first.
Yeah, critical time here. It's 2:31, down 7. What you don't want to do if you're the Wolverines here is fall down 14-15. Keep chipping away. We saw what the girls were able to do that first game, Trev. They just kind of stayed in striking distance and found a way to put a stretch and pull that one out.
Caleb Urban with it, top of the key for East Mills. He'll go right side Camden. Camden to Proctor. Proctor drew a double team, back to Camden right side. Down to 7 on the shot clock, by the way. 4-3, Camden, little step back jack from the lefty, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Cal Peterman. Bedford wants to bring it across. Dalton lost it. It's into the hands of Proctor.
I think Camden might have deflected that a little bit.
Then the throw ahead to Camden, knocked out of bounds by Knighton. It'll stay with East Mills. 1:58 to go here in the first quarter. No, they're going to say actually it was off of East Mills. It'll go to Bedford. 1:58 left in the first quarter. 12-5 advantage Bedford here in KMAFM 99.1. Knighton, right corner, Dalton, back to Knighton, around the perimeter they go. King, step on his defender, goes inside Motsinger, wanted to kick it to Peterman. Deflected, ends up being stolen away by Mitchell Stokes.
Yeah, good hands by the Wolverines right there to get in the pass lanes, deflect balls.
Camden hit the deck as he was attacking, taps it to Urban, right side Embry for 3, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Marcus Knighton. On the Bedford side, here come the Bulldogs up the floor. Left side King, open 3, missed it short. Stokes and Dalton fighting for the rebound. Should be a jump ball. There's no such thing as an over the back foul. Stokes goes straight up and prompts that jump ball.
There's a tie up right there. King had a good look at the 3 right there in transition, just didn't get it to fall. He's going to get a sub as he comes out. I think number 14 in for the Bulldogs.
Tim Rogers into the game for
senior
Bedford. So, really good baseball player.
Coach Peterman kind of getting those guys in early here, Trev, and making sure they get in the game flow.
East Mills basketball. Here's Camden trying to cross over his defender. Now cutting in. Proctor got around one defender. Got picked up, though. Camden catch and shoot. Right side 3. Missed it long. Rebound into the hands of Urban. He goes up and under. No good. And the rebound is grabbed by Peterman. Throw ahead.
Steal by Jackson Embry.
They wanted to go to Dalton. It was stolen away by Embry. Under a minute to go in the quarter.
It's a big turnover because that was probably a run-out layup right there for the Bulldogs.
Camden being guarded by Motsinger. Left side, Proctor, 3 ball, no good. Long rebound is corralled by Cal Peterman. 35 to go in the quarter. Motsinger attacking, little contact. They're going to call the charge to wipe off the bucket as Proctor draws that one.
Brings Coach Schaefer off the bench right there as he knows. A good attack right there. The defenders held his ground, and the offensive player initiated the contact. Good call by the officials. Got a good officiating crew tonight. Kip Shanks, Randy Baxter. They got things under well control here, don't they?
30 seconds to go in the quarter. Shot clock turned off for East Mills. They'll bring it up the floor with Urban being guarded by Dalton. Now Urban back to Embry, 20 to go. Right corner, Stokes. Stokes driving in, back out. Embry right wing, down to 10. Embry being guarded by Dalton. They'll go back top to key. Urban, East Mills going to play for the final shot of the quarter. 5 left in the quarter. Urban will get a back screen from Stokes. Driving in, blocked by Rogers. Peterman will not get a shot off on the run out to end the quarter. But we'll go to the second. 12-5. Bedford on top of East Mills. KFM 99.1. Clarinda, Shenandoah.
The new TNT Ford outside Red Oak will have you taking notice. Sure, the name and logo are nice, but those trucks, and more trucks are guaranteed to catch your eye. And Ag Country trucks aren't just about convenience, they're part of the operation. And the sales team at TNT Ford can help you find and finance the right Ford truck to take you from to-do to done with efficiency. Plus, their service team has the know-how to keep your truck at its best. New name, new experience. TNT Ford just east of Red Oak and anytime at TNTFord.com.
Nutrient Ag Solutions takes the responsibility of growing seriously. As a leader in the ag sector, they provide their customers with complete agriculture solutions, including nutrients, crop protection products, seed, service, and digital tools for optimum customer success. Talk with Nutrient Ag Solutions in Westboro, Coyne, Hurstville, and Essex. Nutrient Ag Solutions, transforming agriculture and feeding the future.
On to the second we go in Malvern, 12-5. Bedford leading East Mills. Corner Conference boys basketball action. Brian Bertini through 8 minutes. Your thoughts?
Well, again, good game so far. Both teams getting after each other defensively, and just some turnovers here. Some teams can't take advantage of it. That's like what we see so far tonight with the athletic ability on both squads.
Bedford basketball to start the second quarter. Inside touch, Motzinger. Bounce pass out. Rogers left corner. Knighton being guarded by Embry. Cutting to the hoop was Rogers, who was blocked by Stokes into the hands of Urban. Urban ahead. Vandenberg stop and shoot. Puts it up and in.
Again, that transition. Good start out. A quarter for the Wolverines. Cutting this lead.
Makes it 12-7. 30 seconds into the second quarter. Knighton running point. Goes left side. Rogers inside Peterman. It was deflected. Motzinger got it. Tried to go up and under, but a foul called on the floor before that.
It's on Camden.
If it is, it'll be his first. And it is. 7:18 to go in the first half. 12-7. Inbound into Peterman, who puts it up and in.
Nice play on the inbound right there. Peterman with that length.
14-7. Advantage Bedford. 7:05 to go in the first half. With it is Urban, top of the key. Urban, right side Embry. Embry attacking, drew a double team, kick left corner, Urban, back left wing, Stokes, 3-ball. No good, off the iron, long rebound. Urban tries to chase it down, couldn't do it in time. Turnover back to Bedford.
That long rebound right there. Urban tried to corral it, throw it back in, but no avail. So East Mills got the opening bucket. The Bedford answered, and see if they can build on this 7-point lead.
Yeah, this is the area, if you're East Mills, where you don't want this to get any bigger than where it's at right now.
Yeah, keep an eye on where Cale Peterman is. He's around that. We moved him on the inside now, Trev, against this 2-3 matchup zone.
Dalton bounce into Peterman. One to go right side. Knighton. It was deflected. Knighton gets it. His jumper is good. I think they're calling a three.
Yeah, he was. I thought he was behind that line. They got the gray marking on the floor, the least you could see. And like that, 5 quick points for the Bedford Bulldogs.
Gets it up to 10. It's 17-7, 6:18 to go in the first half. Left side with it, Camden. Top of the key, Vandenberg. Left side again, Urban. Layup is good. Good shot by Caleb Urban.
Yeah, a little head fake. Peterman a little bit late rotating over. Nice finish by, as you mentioned, Urban.
It's now 17-9. Bedford quickly the other way. Motzinger's pass deflected by Embry out of bounds. It'll stay with Bedford. Brody King and Hayden Rydell about to come in on the Bedford side.
It looks like Fletcher Proctor back into the lineup for the Wolverines.
Motzinger and Rogers will sit for East Mills, or for Bedford rather. Vandenberg sitting for East Mills. On the inbound, King and Peterman were fighting for the same basketball.
Almost a travel.
Peterman ends up with it, gives to Dalton. Dalton, the Knighton, top of the key. Left side, King. 15 on the shot clock. Entry pass in. Rydell tried to go into Peterman. There's a double team there. Deflected. Stolen away.
Yeah, he forced that pass. A little bit changed defensively with the Wolverines. The zone to come out of the quarter, kind of throwing the Bulldogs off stride a little bit.
Here's Camden. Out to Embry. They go right wing. Proctor inside Vandenberg. Vandenberg pull-up jumper, no good. Peterman grabs the rebound and is fouled by Embry. That'll be the first on Jackson Embry.
Good read right there on the rebound by Peterman. He's got that sneaky length, doesn't he?
Yeah, Peterman had a triple-double last week, flirted with a triple-double last night, and it went over Southwest Valley. Stad Tanner, the head coach, there in Bedford. Bounce pass left side, Brody King. King got picked up defensively by Embry. Out top, Knighton. Now they go right side, Dalton. Dalton, long pass, King. King inside, Peterman collapsing well as East Mills. Deflected, stolen away, Embry. Embry layup, no go, he gets it to go.
High off the glass right there. Good steal. Again, a couple forced passes.
4 in a row, gets it to 17-11. Bounce pass in Peterman, right side, Dalton. Dalton, dribble drive, left side, Knighton three. It is no good. Rydell gets the rebound and draws the foul. So Hayden Rydell will go to the free throw line.
Marcus Knighton, that's number 15. So Rydell with a quick off the floor right there. The 6'4" junior had a tough angle, but had a little body to kind of displace him. Coach Stokes really kind of interesting. I thought there might have been an and one on that layup. But officials calmly decided to get him calmed down. Otherwise, you don't want to get a T right there.
Rydell makes the first. I thought maybe if he didn't make it, there was going to be goaltending.
Yeah, but I think there would have been. Good job of the official. If it doesn't go through, you can stop play and give him the basket, but it went down. Missed on the free throw there, by the way.
Rebound by East Mills. They bring it up. Urban to Embry, got behind the defense. Embry draws a double team, draws the foul. That's on Peterman, which will be his second. And free throws coming up for Jackson Embry.
Peterson's the body. I think Rydell was up on the air right there. Could have gone either guy, but Peterson with the first contact on the lower body, so free throws coming up again. Critical spot right here for the Wolverines. Chip away on the free throw line here, Trev.
So Jackson Embry at the line, misses the first one.
You just get the feeling as this game gets going, if neither team separates, it could be a little flurry of about a minute action either way here to decide this ball game.
Embry's a pretty good free throw shooter, 83% on the year up to this point on the good side there. Knocks that one down. It's 18-12. 4:20 to go in the first half. Bedford on top here on KMA-FM and watching KMAland.com. Bounce pass, right wing, Knighton. Right corner, Peterman. Peterman, long pass to King. King, open three, left side, got it.
Yeah, there's the diagonal skip pass against the zone. You just got to make him. Brody King does his job and buries it.
Gets it up to 9 at 21-12. 3:55 to go here in the first half. Camden, he'll launch a three left side. It's good.
We'll stop and go the lefty right there. Nice shot. Good little separation. Answers that three.
On the run, Dalton. No good.
Like Urban, I think.
Yeah, Urban quickly down the floor, got the block. Now East Mills wants to push the pace. 3.5 to go in the half. That's a very, very good block by Urban.
Quick transition from offense to defense by the Wolverines.
Embry, right side, Urban. Urban, inside Embry. Embry, floater, missed it short. Rebound tipped into the hands of Peterman. Peterman tried to dump it off to King before his feet hit the floor, but gets called for the travel.
It was an awkward-looking thing, but I think the official got it right, Trevor. I think his foot come down after he left the air, and he tried to get rid of the ball, but the defender kind of got in the pass lane. He had to redirect it to no avail, so it's going to end up being a turnover.
Basketball back to East Mills. 3:18 to go in the half. 21-15. Advantage Bedford here in this corner conference boys basketball matchup. Caleb Urban running point for the Wolverines. Gets a screen from Proctor. Proctor, top of the key, gets it right side Camden. They try to set Embry up down low. They'll go inside, lob to Embry. And drew three defenders. Peterman swats it out of bounds. It'll stay with East Mills.
Embry really, the pass was a little bit high and long, and the defenders collapsed, and he had nowhere to go. As you mentioned, swatted out of bounds. Shot clock does not reset.
Camden looking for an outlet on the inbound. Will go out top to Urban. Urban being guarded by Knighton. Urban step on Knighton. Layup, no good. And fight for the rebound is sent out. Embry's going to track it down for East Mills. Their offensive board for the Wolverines. Right side Camden, catch and shoot tray. No good. Rebound grab by Motzinger. Here comes Bedford up the floor. Knighton driving in. They go left side. King, left wing three. No good. Missed it short. Rebound by Vandenberg. Vandenberg brings it across. East Mills trying to attack. Lost it for a moment. Peterman and Vandenberg fighting for it. Jump ball. That's a very risky play prompted by Cal Peterman, who's playing with 2 fouls.
It was loose, but you got enough handle on it. It's going to stay with the Wolverines, but as you mentioned, Peterson all with 1 foul. You don't want to pick up one right there, but gets the tie up. And even though the Wolverines hold possession, that means the next jump ball will go to the Bulldogs.
Mitchell Stokes into the game for East Mills. 2:20 to go in the half. 21-15. Bedford on top. Right side, Vandenberg on the right wing. Gives it right back to Urban. Vandenberg will now set a screen. They go left wing, Embry. Embry, right side, Vandenberg. Vandenberg, 3 ball, no good. Another rebound by Peterman.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time, doesn't he?
Here's Motzinger to Peterman. Jumper, free throw line, got it.
Now it's tough because he's so open right there, Trev. You have a tendency to kind of pull that back. He finishes it. He's up to 7 right now.
He's got 7 points, 7 boards. The lead up to 8, 23-15.
And probably throw a couple blocks in there.
Minute 45 to go in the half. Embry, 3 ball, airballed. It's off of Urban, out of bounds. Back to Bedford it'll go.
Yeah, I think Caleb Urban was expecting that to catch part of the rim. It didn't. It just kind of ended up off his foot. So again, Bedford finds a way to keep this lead about 8 or 10. As we coming closer to halftime here.
Yeah, 1:40 left in the half. Knighton will bring the ball up the floor for the Bulldogs.
A little bit slower pace. We haven't seen that. Both teams have been able to really push the ball.
King being guarded by Camden. To Motzinger. Now right side Dalton. Right corner Knighton. Back to Dalton, right wing. Dalton back to King. 15 on the shot clock. King will drive in. Kick left side. Motzinger 3. It's long. Rebound was through Dalton, out of bounds. It'll go back to East Mills.
And Coach Tanner Peterman would like to sit Cal Peterman for just a little bit here. I don't know if this is quarter. I'm guessing it's a little bit of a break, give him a fresh
combination of that, and you don't want to pick up a third foul, I'd imagine.
Right.
In the final minute and 20 of this quarter. Minute 10 left now. 23-15. Bedford leading. Camden running point for East Mills. Goes right side Proctor. Bounce pass inside Embry. Drew 2 defenders on him. Put the ball on the floor. Gets it back. Gets it to Camden. Under a minute to go. Camden got picked up by King. Will go to Urban. Left corner, Proctor. Proctor along the perimeter. Swings it right side, Camden. Camden down to 7 on the shot clock, by the way. He'll give it back to Stokes. Stokes to Urban, down to 2. Urban runner is no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Quentin Dalton.
Shot clock pretty much the same as the game clock. Let's see if the Bulldogs elect to hold for the last shot.
King to Dalton. The answer is no, as Quentin Dalton misses a 3. Rebound by Jackson
I think
Embry.
Coach Peterman a little disappointed with that possession.
Proctor, no good, but he's fouled on the layup.
Yeah, they had a chance, I think, to run that down and pretty much guarantee go in probably with an 8-point lead at worst, right, Trev? And now you take a quick shot on that transition, and now you compound that with a foul at the other end, and free throws coming up with the clock stopped.
It's the second foul on Quentin Dalton is now Fletcher Proctor goes to the free throw line. Misses the first one.
Those are those little hidden points, and that's going to prompt Cal Peterman to come in for the last 20 seconds here. Little defense to offense here.
Proctor has not been a good free throw shooter this year, just 29% on the year. And his next one is no good either. Another rebound by Peterman. Bedford with a 3-on-3. Peterman up the floor, attacking. It was poked away by Camden. It'll stay with Bedford.
I was surprised he got that deep into the paint right there, and I think he might have been too. So still plenty of time here on this possession, Trev. About 14 seconds.
13.9 to be exact. They'll inbound it in with Marcus Knighton. Knighton on the inbound will go out top Peterman. And a foul by Camden, who thought maybe the high pass would be sealable, but instead he draws the foul.
14 foul. So if there does happen to be another foul here, it will give the Bulldogs a chance at some free throws.
Jaleel Reed will come in on the East Mills side. Mason Camden will sit. 12.8 to go in the half. 23-15. Bedford on top. Inbound into King. Goes right side, Knight and Peterman. I imagine they want to get King a look here. King with Urban trailing him back to Peterman, now to 5. Peterman 3, no good. Rebound grab by Reed, and that is how the half will end. So we go to the break, 23-15. Bedford leading East Mills here in Corner Conference boys basketball action. We'll step aside. Halftime coverage on the way here on KMAF 90.1. Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Agricultural business majors at Northwest Missouri State University gain the knowledge and the experiences of agriculture as well as business foundations. Northwest's faculty focuses on 4 core areas: agricultural finance, agricultural marketing, agricultural policy, and economics of agricultural production. Career opportunities in this field at Northwest include agricultural sales representative, grain merchandising, agricultural lender, operations manager, and claims adjuster. Find out more about an agricultural business major at Northwest Missouri State University.
No one succeeds alone. It takes support to get there, sacrifices made by others, wisdom learned and passed on. When your business is agriculture, you dedicate your life to supporting community, doing the hard work that helps all of us thrive. It's why at PCSB, we believe in supporting you. Your success makes our community succeed. PCSB, we believe in you. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. Member FDIC.
Are you dealing with a chronic respiratory condition? Rogers Pharmacy can provide what you need. Rogers Pharmacy offers a full line of respiratory equipment like oxygen, BiPAP, CPAP, and nebulizers. Rogers Pharmacy isn't a big box pharmacy where you may have to wait for days and weeks to get what you need. They're a full-service, independent, family-owned pharmacy, and they go above and beyond to offer you the quality service and products you deserve. See Rogers Pharmacy in Tarkio, Maryville, Mound City, St. Joseph, and Stanberry, Missouri. Visit Rogers Pharmacy online at rogersrx.com.
This is Sid with Shaw Ag near Trainer. I'm learning all of the ins and outs of agronomy with my dad, Shane. I've learned that Pioneer seed is second to none and that they back that up with proven products and yields. I've also learned that if our customers have a question or a concern, we'll work until we figure out the answer or solution. I'm learning all of this because at Shaw Ag, we've made a commitment, and that commitment is our family helping yours. Call Shane at 712-520-1333.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing. Much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to their communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. Well, to learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
At the break here in Malvern tonight, 23-15, Bedford leading East Mills. KMA Corner Conference boys basketball action. They've got their Christmas scene dancing going on here at halftime right now. Brian Bertini, maybe kind of what we expected through the first 16 minutes.
Yeah, a little bit of game runs. We saw Bedford come out 12-5 first quarter. Looked like they had that bumped up to 10, I think, at one time, Trev. And East Mills found a way just to kind of get some baskets, but the Bulldogs had an answer. And, foul trouble a little bit. Peterman with 2. Mason Camden picked up one right there before halftime. And, both teams been in good aggressive defense. Neither team kind of getting that flow, but these coaches are going to make some good adjustments at halftime, and we should see a pretty entertaining third quarter coming out of break.
Yeah, run through some stats for you on the Bedford side. I think we can put Cal Peterman on double-double watch. 7 points, 8 rebounds. I'm not great at keeping track of assists. I've got him with 3 assists officially. I'm going to confirm if Bedford wins tonight, I'll confirm where he's at, maybe the triple-double, but he's off to a good night. Brody King, 6 points. Balanced for East Mills right now. Sheldon Vandenberg with 5 points to lead the way for them. And Brian, if you're East Mills, you're still very much in this game. Like you said, these are 2 really good coaching staffs that are going to make adjustments. On the East Mills side, what are those adjustments at halftime?
Well, one is I think Coach Schaefer and Stokes will kind of keep changing a defense. We saw that early in that second quarter. They kind of threw a wrinkle. They went back to zone out of the man, and it took the Bedford Bulldogs kind of out of sync a little bit, and they just couldn't find that flow. They've done a good job of doubling down the post. Coach Peterman wants to get the ball to inside to Rydell. They moved Cal Peterman with the 6'4" frame into the paint a little bit, but he's been pretty effective on the perimeter. And, for Coach, for the East Mills guys, they've had some good looks on the perimeter, but they just need to get the ball a little quicker and need to, like guys like Jackson Embry, I think, to attack the paint. And we saw the girls do it, Trev. They hit that mid-range jump shot, kind of a forgotten shot in basketball, that little 10, 12 foot. That really kind of propelled the girls to the victory. I think if they use that same recipe here, I think that would benefit the Wolverines.
Also, at the free throw line tonight, Bedford 3 of 3 by my count. East Mills 4 of 8. For East Mills, you're down 8. You mentioned that's kind of the hidden points within a game. They're going to have to knock down free throws when the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, and, eliminate big runs and just chip away. And really what you want to think about is, let's get to the fourth quarter. Let's be within a possession or two. I mean, we've seen in games in the past, 8 minutes, a little fatigue playing in, as you mentioned. Both teams neither blessed with a tremendous amount of depth. So the game's going to slow down, just for the fatigue. You're going to get to the free throw line. And if you can find a way to score with the clock stop, Trev, you can pull out a victory. And, like I said, this is going to come down to the last couple of possessions. Even though it's 8 points right now, I still feel like this. You might be right, Trev. The first one to 40 might walk out of here tonight with a win.
23-15, Bedford leading East Mills. We're at the break here in Malvern, KMA-FM, and if you're watching KMAland.com. This is the second game of our doubleheader tonight. The East Mills girls ended on an 11-0 run to get a 38-30 win over Bedford. Now, between games, I had a chance to chat with Caitlin Krause, who is the leading scorer for East Mills, along with East Mills head coach Lexi Moreno. We're going to hear those interviews. When we come back, we'll have the second half. It's Bedford East Mills boys basketball quarter conference contest on KMA-FM. All right, Caitlin Krause leads the way for East Mills tonight in a win over Bedford. Caitlin, a really gritty win, and you guys are able to find a way tonight. Tell me about the victory and how we're feeling afterwards.
We're feeling pretty good about it. We know what we need to work on for the next game. We're deciding how to work better as a team and really come together for our game Thursday.
Yeah, with that, this is a young team, so a lot of room to learn and grow. What can be learned from a game like this?
Probably where we need to move the ball, who's most comfortable with it, and the strongest way to get it to the hole.
You had a big night, 12 points to lead the way. Speak to what you did offensively.
If I saw a shot was open, I tried to shoot it. Otherwise, my team was really good at finding open spots and getting it into the paint so that I could finish.
End the game on an 11-0 run. What did you guys do well down the stretch that made that happen?
Well, Coach talked about during halftime what we really need to do, and we figured it out more or less and came together as a team.
Very young squad. To start the year 5-1, what does that mean?
It means a lot. I think that we're doing really good for all of the new people that we have, and I can't wait to see how the season goes.
Perfect. Well, hey, Caitlin, congrats. Best of luck going forward. All right, you're the East Mills head girls basketball coach Lexi Moreno after her team beats Bedford tonight. Coach, strong finish to get it done. Tell me about the win and what you liked.
It was kind of ugly for a while, right? We definitely had to earn every single point. I think it took us about 2.5 quarters to kind of actually figure it out, wake up, play how we wanted to play. But anytime we can, be down, I think it was 8 at some point, and then come out on top, that speaks to how, much fight our girls have.
Yeah, obviously you'll never turn down like a comfortable win and winning by like 20 or 25, but to have a game where you don't play well and you're down and then you have to rally and finish strong. What can be learned like that with a young team?
Oh, it's a huge lesson, right? I'm happy we got a victory from it, right? We were fortunate to end up winning. Just a lesson, we have to earn every single victory, right? I think we're getting a little comfortable, young team. Young team. We see a 5-1 record and we're like, all right, we're good. We forgot we had to play, then we had to scrap back, so that's learning that scrappiness. I would have preferred not to have been in that situation, but good tool to have in the belt when it comes down the season.
A couple young pieces step up tonight with Caitlin Krause and Trinity Williams. Speak to them.
Oh, yeah. Kate, has been a pretty regular scorer for us this season. She has a great ability to, find an open spot and just knock down an open shot. Every team needs that. So she was consistent in that, and I'm really proud of her there. Trinity got more minutes off the bench. She, was finding her open spots and went ahead and hit those. She her defense earned her more time on the floor, so I'm happy she was also, able to chip away at that deficit for us.
5-1 now. How do we try to build off this?
Right. I think we take every single lesson we've learned from each game. It's good to have a win, but there are so many lessons we're learning with the young team every single game. So I think we use the momentum and definitely keep, building the blocks to find more victories, to find more chemistry, things like that.
Congrats, Coach.
Thank you.
Shenandoah Medical Center, in collaboration with MD West 1, provides the most comprehensive orthopedic care in our region. Whether you have pain stemming from an athletic injury or overuse, you will have immediate access to high-quality orthopedic care. My name is Michael Delcor, and I am an orthopedic surgeon specializing in the upper extremity. Whatever the case, I will work with you to determine the best treatment plan. For more information about our extensive orthopedic coverage, simply call 712-246-7400.
J-Dog Salvage in Bartlett is no stranger to the ups and downs of owning and operating a small business. But no matter how much changes on their end, there's one thing that will always stay the same for their customers. It's cash. Call for the best scrap metal prices in the area and go ahead and test their unloading times. Then, when all is said and done, that's right, leave with cash. J-Dog Salvage, Bartlett, Iowa, 402-290-3124. That's 402-290-3124.
Welcome back to Malvern, KMAFM 99.1. Clarinda Shenandoah, Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you as we get ready to begin the second half of this game. 23-15. Bedford leading East Mills, and Brian Bertini. Somebody is 16 minutes away from remaining unbeaten and having a step up in the corner conference. What piques your interest about this matchup in the final 16 minutes?
I think for Coach Peterman is his son Cal. You got to make sure he doesn't come out and pick up foul number 3. He's got 2. He's been the guy that's kind of been that offensive impetus they need. So you want to make sure he can stay aggressive. Let's see what kind of defensive adjustments both squads make. And I think for East Mills, I think quicker ball movement and maybe some ball screens and little pick and rolls and stuff to see if they can take advantage of some of the over aggressiveness that the Bulldogs want to do defensively.
So Bedford basketball to begin this second half. Starters look to be on the floor for them. Garrison Motsinger, Cal Peterman, Marcus Knight, and Hayden Rydell and Brody King. Also starters on the floor for East Mills. Mason Camden, Caleb Urban, Fletcher Proctor, Jackson Embry, and Sheldon Vandenberg. Inside, it was blocked. Rydell gets the rebound, though, on the swat. I believe it was Embry.
Yeah, nice hands by Rydell to pick up that ball, though. Good start for the Bulldogs, quick on their first possession.
So Bedford gets the first points of the second half, and it's 25-15. Camden step on his defender, got picked up, gives left side Proctor. Proctor will drive in now, kick out right side Urban. Urban to Vandenberg. Vandenberg working left to right, gives to Proctor. Proctor will work right to left. Now top of the key, Urban swings it inside right corner. Vandenberg in a travel as he was about to penetrate.
I think he picked up both feet at the same time and picked up the pivot foot quick. So an empty possession right there for the Wolverines. And Bedford looking for the biggest lead of the night here, Trev, with the 10-point lead and the ball.
Yeah, they led 17-7 at one point. King, right wing, Knighton. Knighton back top the key, Peterman. Peterman inside touch, Motsinger right side, Knighton 3, no good. Rydell almost had the rebound. It ends up in the hands of Vandenberg. Left side, Camden. Being guarded fiercely by Rydell, who comes out to defend him. Camden will attack and gets fouled. That's an interesting matchup.
Yeah,
because
I don't think Rydell was the person they want guarding him, and Camden with his quickness.
You've got the tallest guy on the floor going against maybe the shortest guy, but then the quickness for Camden showed as he was about to attack.
He was going to get him out, hit him exposed, and he was going to try to attack the rim.
And down into Embry. They'll go around the perimeter. Urban right side off a screen. Camden right wing 3. Got it.
Yeah, I love the play right there. Swinging around, and nobody could get out there. So nice basket by Camden.
Back within 7, 25-18. There's Knighton right wing. We'll go right corner, Peterman. Peterman setting up the offense. Long pass, King. Deep 3, King. No good. Rebound is tipped into the hands of Urban. East Mills wants to run. Camden the other way. Thought about the 3. We'll slow it down and set up the offense. Now Camden will just attack. Kicks out Vandenberg, left side three, no good. Would have been a big shot if it went. Rebound Motzinger. Peterman up the floor on the left side. Gives top of the key to Knighton. Back to Peterman. Peterman trying to figure out what he wants to do with it on the left wing. Fakes a pass, pulls up from three, no good. Fight for the rebound between Rydell and Embry. It's a jump ball that'll take it to East Mills.
Yeah, impressed with Hayden Rydell for the Bulldogs. He's got a good knack. Always seems to track that ball, Trev. And he didn't get credit for the rebound, but he did get the tie up. The next one then will go to the Bulldogs.
He's seen an increased role this year. Did not see a lot of playing time last year. It's a Bedford team that's played in back-to-back sub-state finals. Had a lot of success in many sports. State runner-up in football 2 years ago. State qualifier in baseball last year. Many of these same pieces. Here's Camden, left side Urban. Bounce pass in Embry. It was stolen away by Peterman. Peterman up the floor being guarded by Embry. Gets out of the traffic. Now left wing King. Back to Peterman. Peterman along the baseline. Hard to the cup. Up and under and good.
That's a tough shot. He actually wanted to go to the side there, but he had to go up and under. And it's a big basket on the steal out there in the transition.
He's got 9, lead is 9. East Mills in transition. Proctor got picked up. Gives to Vandenberg. Vandenberg thought about attacking. Got picked up defensively by Knighton. Bounce pass out. Right wing Urban. Urban tried to swing it in. Vandenberg deflected. Stolen away by Motzinger. Motzinger throw ahead. Rydell had to come back to it. Ends up being deflected by Camden. Stolen by Embry.
Pass right there. I think Coach Dad not happy with Cal's son right there on that pass.
Inside Vandenberg. Lets the defender go by and puts it up against the foul late. And an and one opportunity for Sheldon Vandenberg.
I think that might be on Rydell. Is that his third?
If it's on Rydell,
second, I guess.
It is his second. Then Motzinger was down there as well. And Motzinger let him, maybe got away with a little bit of contact there.
Yeah, second on Rydell.
But Rydell did not. And now a chance at an old school three-point play for Sheldon Vandenberg. I mentioned East Mills 50% from the line in the first half. Makes that one, and it's down to a 6-point game at 27-21.
Again, the Wolverines just kind of hanging around, Trev, keeping it within a couple possessions here midway through the third quarter.
4:40 left in this third frame. Brody King running point for Bedford. Bounce pass left side, Knighton almost stolen by Camden. Knighton got it back, goes inside Peterman, back to King. King, left side, Knighton, three ball. In and out, no good. Rebound is flagged down by Fletcher Proctor. And a chance for East Mills only be stolen away by Peterman, who's then fouled on the floor.
Wow, a backcourt turnover right there. Peterman got it. It looked like Proctor kind of was trying to find his teammate, but he threw it right near the basket, and Peterman went up and got it. So a steal and a foul. Now ball out of bounds, Bedford into their own basket.
4:19 to go in the third. Second one on Proctor, by the way. Inbound into Motzinger. Motzinger, right wing King. Thought about the three. Back to Motzinger. High post touch. Peterman. Ball fake. Drives in. Contested floater from him goes. And he's in double figures.
Trying to get the and one, but he'll take the basket nonetheless and back up to an 8-point lead. Bulldogs.
Peterman the first in double digits tonight. He's got 11. 29-21. 4 minutes to go in the third. Urban. Right corner. Camden. Camden working right to left. Will go out top Embry. Embry wanting to attack. Now gives to Vandenberg on a weave, who will weave back to Urban top the key. 12 of the shot clock. Urban runner, no good. Rydell gets tall for the rebound. Bedford with numbers. Knighton up the floor. Almost dribbled into a double team. Will give to Motzinger. Back to Knighton. Left side King from deep. It's good.
Nice transition three right there.
Brody King almost from Hastings knocks that one down. The lead is up to 11 at 32-21. Largest lead of the night for Bedford. Camden, left side Embry, they need an answer. That is no good. Missed it well short. Urban had to throw the rebound back in. King tracks it down for Bedford. Throw ahead to Peterman. Peterman inside Motzinger draws the foul. He's got free throws coming up.
Peterman got caught. Wanted to go to Rydell by the basket.
Well, he had that happen earlier where he got called for the travel in the same situation.
But a good find right there and good hustle by Motzinger to get on the glass. So the Bedford Bulldogs doing it defensively, turning points into offense.
Second foul on Embry, and Garrison Motzinger at the free throw line gets his first points of the night.
So just a little bit ago, Trey, it was 6 points, 6-point lead. Bulldogs, they cut into it by the Wolverines, and now they find themselves down by 12.
Proctor to the bench for East Mills. Mitchell Stokes into the game. And Motzinger knocks them both, and the lead is up to 13, 34-21, 3:05 left in the third.
Big little stretch of a minute and a half right there for the Bedford Bulldogs.
Yeah, East Mills had it down to 6 and had the ball, too, with a chance to maybe cut it more. Long pass, Urban, too tall. He was a really good quarterback in football, but that one just had a little too much on it.
One hand, he was going to the other short guy on the other side of Camden, and Camden tried valiantly to get up and get it, and just couldn't go get it. Turnover. Bulldogs looking to build on this 13-point lead, Trev.
2:45 left in the third. Here's King to Peterman, top of the key.
East Mills now back to kind of a 1-2-2 zone.
Right side, Dalton. One dribble, long pass, King. King, one of the deep three, chose otherwise. Now inside, Rydell. Down to 10 on the shot clock, by the way. Dalton, right wing, Peterman. Peterman will attack. Gives to Motzinger for a pull-up jumper.
And selfish play. He probably could have taken that to the rim, maybe with contact. But Motzinger was wide open, and Garrison Motzinger with 4 quick points here. 14-point lead now. Bedford.
36-21. Football pass left side. Urban launches a three. It is long of everything. Quentin Dalton with the rebound. And then a foul as they were bringing it up the floor.
This game slowly kind of turning the Bedford Bulldogs' way here with this little about 2.5-minute spurt, Trev. It was, 6-point lead not too long ago.
27-21. East Mills had the basketball.
Probably about, the 4-minute mark?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had it down in a good spot, and then a 9-0 Bedford run right now. And they're going to reset the...
I don't think they'll allow him in, though, because the ball had been put into play.
Yeah, East Mills trying to get a substitution. We'll have to wait. Bedford with the basketball, under 2 to go in the quarter. Inside, Rydell. Rydell working on Stokes. Back out to King. King, another deep three. That is well short.
Yeah, that's probably not the shot they wanted on that possession because they had a good look right there.
King knows it, too, as he's walking up the
and
floor.
Coach Peterman was like, hey, I don't mind you taking the three, but get that more in a transition. That was kind of an awkward, flat-footed three right there.
Minute 40 left in the third. 36-21. Bedford leading East Mills. Urban up the floor, brings it across the timeline, gets a high screen Stokes. Now left side Embry with it, being guarded by King. Inside, try to go to Proctor, stole it away by Peterman.
Peterman bait him into that, just kind of came from behind and picked that off.
Left corner, three, Dalton missed it short. Rebound, Peterman, putback is there.
Nice follow right there. Peterman went away from the contact. Kyle Peterman doing his thing right now, Trev.
13-9 for him right now, and the lead is up to 17 at 38-21. Proctor just tried to get big and bowl his way into the lane and took too many steps.
Yep. They did. They tried to go right into Peterman right there and Rydell, and it just bounced off of him. Good defense right there, and the Bulldogs done a good job only allowing 6 points here this quarter so far.
An 11-0 run to get this up to 38-21 with a minute left in the third. King, top of the key, Knighton around the perimeter they go. Tim Rogers into the game, has the basketball. Now back to Knighton. Right side King. They're trying to get Peterman a look inside. King, right wing now to Peterman, ready to come out. Long pass to Rogers. Rogers a three, no good. Mitchell Stokes crashes the glass for East Mills. And then a foul on Rogers as Urban was bringing it up the floor.
Yeah, that's not a bad foul right there because, if Urban gets by, he might have numbers. And Rogers did a good job just kind of shutting that down. Now it's a reset. Coach Peterman doesn't mind that when you're up with a 17-point lead either.
35 to go in the quarter. Shot clock turned off for East Mills. Camden with the basketball. Right side Stokes. Stokes driving in. Kick to Proctor. Proctor will attack. Floater was partially blocked. Rebound grabbed by Knighton. Loose ball up the floor. Knighton gets it off to Peterman. 15 to go in the quarter. Peterman, right wing, King. King, another deep three. That one is short. Rebound flagged down by Camden. 5 to go in the quarter. Camden being guarded by Dalton. 2-1. May try to make the extra pass. Stokes turnaround three at the horn. No good. Don't know if it would have counted either way. But an 11-0 Bedford run to end the third is going to give the Bulldogs a 38-21 lead as we go to the fourth here on KMA-FM 99.1. Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Our name says it all. We're Total Farm Solutions. This is Eric with TFS, and when it comes to your operation, we want to be your total partner in and out of the field. We're your Pioneer seed dealer, along with bulk options and seed treatments. And we study genetics, offering scouting and agronomic solutions. Taking care of our customer is part of our total service. We're Total Farm Solutions. Give us a call or find our office just outside of Carson.
Seeing is believing. That's what you'll hear from customers that choose Barrett Auto Center of Glenwood time and time again. Barrett customers come in for vehicles and service work, but they come back for conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere and it just isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com.
On to the fourth we go at Malvern, 38-21. Bedford leading East Mills, an 11-0 run to end the third quarter for the Bulldogs, Brian Bertini.
Yeah, and a couple of things. They did a good job of really controlling tempo, but defensively only allowed 6 points for the Wolverines that entire quarter. So win-win right there for the Bulldogs.
Marcus Knighton will bring it across for Bedford in early in the fourth quarter. There's Quentin Dalton with it now, top of the key. Dalton gets a screen from Peterman. Now he'll give to Peterman. Peterman, free ball, no good. Fight for the rebound, and a jump ball created. It'll go to East Mills.
Yeah, that's a good look by Peterman. That's one that normally he would probably make, and yeah, I think he would maybe surprise Trev. He was that wide open. He kind of did a double take.
So East Mills with the basketball. Bedford going to go kind of full court, three-quarter court man.
I feel like these next 2 minutes are really key for the Wolverines. If they can chip into this, get this under double digits, they're going to have a really good chance.
Embry, deep three, trying to do so, missed it short. Rebound tracked down by Marcus Knighton on the Bedford side. Up the floor they go. Dalton attacking. Runner from him goes.
That's what Coach Peterman wanted right there. Attack the rim in the lane. Get the transition basket.
13-0 run, the lead up to 19. Loose ball on the floor. Peterman came up with the steal. Hands it off to Motzinger, who finds Dalton for the extra pass.
Nice transition defense. 4 quick points right there. And Wolverines probably really close to about a timeout.
42-21. It's a 15-0 Bedford spurt. This was 27-21 midway through the third. East Mills had the ball with a chance to cut this lead down. A foul called the top of the key. I don't know if it's going to be on Peterman or Rogers. It's going to be on maybe Dalton, actually.
It's been a combination of really good defense by the Bulldogs, but, some cold shooting by the Wolverines. And, you start pressing a little bit right there, and you want to get to the basket and stuff, but just got to relax and just kind of trust your mechanics on your shots.
Right side Camden three is no good. It rattled out. That's a tough
give him like a
shot.
point and a half for that, don't you? Or 2 points? It was down. We saw that early in the girls' game, didn't we?
That shot goes in 9 times out of 10. Rogers inside Motzinger. Motzinger, fadeaway is good.
Oh, that's a tough shot by Motzinger. He was fading away and hits a little 8-footer. And just like this lead ballooned up to 23 now.
44-21, a 17-0 Bedford run. Urban attacking to Embry. Embry off balance shot, no good. Peterman couldn't grab his 10th rebound. It's out of bounds back to East Mills. It'll go. King and Rydell in on the Bedford side. Rogers and Dalton will sit.
Coach Peterman's got to be happy with his bench. He's getting some good minutes out of some of those guys tonight, and really did a nice job contributing different parts of the game.
Inbound in, Urban goes right corner to Proctor, back to Urban. 6 minutes to go in this one. Now driving in, Camden, off balance shot, no good, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line.
I think that might be on King.
So free throws coming up for Mason Camden. 6:03 remaining, and Bedford has blown this game open late third, early fourth.
They've done it with a combination, really good defensive adjustments, really attacking on the glass. I mean, they started getting some transition points there right at the end of the third and start of the fourth, Trev. And as you mentioned, went from a close game to game firmly in control by Bedford now.
Camden makes the first free throw, stops the 17-0 run, makes the second, 44-23.
But still a long way to go, and the shot clock always gives you a chance, doesn't it?
6 minutes to go, yeah. I mean, there's still definitely a shot.
But East Mills, you got to get 2 or 3 stops and scores here to really chip into this lead.
Right corner, Peterman. Peterman to Knighton. King, left side. They'll go inside Motzinger. Motzinger, left corner, Rydell. Back out to King. King driving in, got picked up. Nice job moving the feet. Misses the shot, though. Rebound tapped into the hands of Camden. Camden up the floor for East Mills. 5.5 to go in this one. Camden on the right wing being guarded by Rydell. Driving in, up and under goes Camden and makes the shot. He's got double figures.
Quick work by the foot right there on the dribbling. So a little bit of a mini run, but East Mills really can't afford to trade baskets now. 5 minutes to go, down by 19.
44-25. Mason Camden up to 10. He's just a sophomore. Still probably feels like he's got a lot of room to grow in that East Mills lineup. Inside pass to Motzinger, pulls it out. Now high post touch, Peterman. Peterman will beckon for somebody to go to the basket. He'll give to Rydell at the free throw line. Rydell back to Motzinger. Motzinger will head fake, drives in, got picked up, back out Peterman, but a foul on the push out.
And see, this is what Coach Peterman wants here. A little bit more patience offensively. Doesn't hurt to take 20, 25 seconds off the possession clock here. You've got a 19-point lead. You're under 4 minutes, under 5 minutes to go, and limit the number of times that East Mills is going to touch the ball.
Peterman to King, who will launch another deep three.
Oh, you can do that. He looks at Coach.
Did he have the Jordan shoulder shrug when he hit it as well?
Coach, yeah, sorry, Coach, but it went in.
He's got 12, and the lead is up to. I think he kind of hit like the Michael Jordan.
He's like, I know I shouldn't take this. You want us to hold possession, but I think I can make it. And he did.
He did. It's up to 22 now, 47-25.
All right, I'll give you that one.
4:28
But he did
to
pick
go.
up the foul there on the defensive end, too.
In this one, Camden inbound out to Vandenberg. Left side, Camden off a screen. Got his defender to leave his feet. Fires a three. It's long. Vandenberg got the rebound. Only be blocked by Rydell, but Vandenberg gets it back. Now Vandenberg attacking. Loose ball on the floor. Peterman almost got it. Vandenberg finds Proctor. And then a whistle and a foul. The timeout taken actually by head coach Dan Stokes.
I think the ball was just kind of getting away, and he thought at one time they had possession, and it was worth burning a timeout.
So timeout on the floor, 4:12 left, 47-25, Bedford on top, KMAFM.
Not sure what you want to do with your life? Feel like your job is at a standstill? Get your foot in the door with area manufacturing companies at Iowa Western Community College's SEAM program. Sign up now in the Center of Excellence for Advanced Manufacturing through IWCC. Classes are just 2 early evenings a week with holidays and summers off. Improve your current skills and learn new ones that will give you a new career or even enhance your current one. For more information on SEAM, contact IWCC's Clarinda Center at 712-542-5117.
4:12 left, 47-25. Bedford leading East Mills. Corner Conference boys basketball action. KMAFM 99.1. Clarinda, Shenandoah. East Mills basketball coming out of this timeout. A 20-4 Bedford run has blown this game open. The Bulldogs looking like they're on their way to moving to 7-0 on the year and undefeated in the corner conference.
Yeah, that's the big thing, too. Just start taking a little bit more control of the conference race here as we get close to winter break.
Inside Embry, drew a double team, kick out Camden. 3 ball from him, no good. King grabs the rebound for the Bulldogs, and he's fouled going up the floor. Now, these two teams have met 4 times over the last 2 years. I mentioned earlier that they met 2 years ago in the regular season here. East Mills won. They played a district final in Shan. Bedford won. Last year they played a regular season game in Bedford. East Mills won. Then Bedford won the district final.
This year you throw in the corner conference tournament, which is going to be another potential matchup. And it wouldn't surprise me to see these two teams.
There's a chance they could play 4 times. So it's all said and done. Inside Motzinger. Contested shot, puts it up, and then he's got 8 on the night.
Games coming up. Bedford will be girls and boys at Hamburg on Friday.
And that's a makeup game that was supposed to take place last Friday.
And East Mills Thursday night at Riverside. Then Saturday they're going to play in the MAC shootout with the Lord's Catholic. So both boys and girls in action on Saturday.
Camden right side 3 is good. He's been a spark for them tonight. He's got 13.
Yeah, it might be just be a little bit too late. East Mills still down by 19 here. We're approaching the 3-minute mark.
49-28. Advantage Bedford. They went inside Rydell.
Good steal by Embry on the backside.
Poked away by Embry. Urban football pass head. That looked clean to Vandenberg. Right wing Camden. Camden 3 ball. No good, but he's fouled.
Look on Rydell. And
free throws.
Coach Peterman's over there like, hey, well, why? But it's so hard to tell player in the moment right there. Rydell trying to get out and defend the shooter.
3 minutes to go. Mason Camden at the free throw line. Mitchell Stokes will check in here in a moment for East Mills as Camden makes the first.
So the best of both worlds right there, Trev, for the Wolverines at this point. I mean, you can score with the clock stopped. Chance for Camden to put some points on the board via the free throw line, and you can sub in, which they're going to do. Little defense, offense here.
Camden's made the first two, 49-32.
It's like Mitchell Stokes coming in. Freshman 6'5", a little bit length right there for the Wolverines. See if they maybe probably extend the defense here and go full court.
Camden makes all three. He's up to game high 16 on the night, 49-31. Bedford on top, though, 2:55 remaining. King being guarded by Camden, gets fouled. Third on Camden.
Only third team foul, so I mean...
third team foul on East Mills.
You're going to want at some point maybe get the bonus at least to try to get the ball back, and hopefully maybe Bedford goes either empty or maybe at least 1 for 2.
2:52 to go. I think you probably want to whittle this deficit down a little bit before you...
And if you're Bedford right now, you're looking at probably taking 20 seconds off each possession.
Inside Rydell, kick back out Motzinger. He'll go to Peterman. Peterman wanting to attack, fade away, look clunky, no good. Left it short, rebound by Embry. Ahead, Vandenberg to Camden, back to Urban, left wing. He'll take one dribble, right side Embry, right corner, Vandenberg. Vandenberg, pull-up jumper from 15 feet, goes.
Now, you need a little sense of urgency right now if you're the Wolverines. Time not your friend.
He's got 10, 49-33. 2:15 to go in this one. King will take it to the hoop, underhand layup is good, and one.
I like what King did right there. He went around the backside of Peterman along the sideline. He just kept going. Peterson waited. He had a clear. Peterman had cleared out, and then King with a little offhand on the left-hand side. Chance for an and one.
So Brody King up to 14 for Bedford. That tops the Bulldogs scores. He'll try to add to that total, and he does.
That's a nice way to answer that quick little flurry the Wolverines do.
And a foul on the inbound. You're going to get Motzinger.
That 15 foul or fourth?
That is the fourth, it looks like, unless they're really slow.
No, 5. They're saying 5.
Okay, yeah, so it is 5. So now free throws coming up for East Mills.
Again, that's going to be a talking point going forward for Tanner Peterman, the head coach, right there. Look, hey, we don't need to let them chance to score, even if they score, but let them take 15, 20 seconds off. Clock is our friend if you're the Bulldogs.
So free throws coming up for Caleb Urban. 4 points for him tonight. So that's the foul on Motzinger, his second. First one no good from Urban. We mentioned these two are probably going to get to know each other quite well over the course of the season. Urban misses the second one as well. Rydell with another rebound.
He's had a nice game tonight.
Yeah, kind of a quietly nice game. 7 points for him, 6 rebounds by my tally. 2 minutes to go. Knighton with it out top for Bedford, almost stolen by Urban. Knighton bounce pass in Peterman. Peterman got picked up defensively, puts up, draws the foul, and gets the bucket.
I like what he did right there to Cal Peterman. Just waited, let the defenders kind of get up in the air. Waited, they started coming down, went up, drew the contact, got the basket, and the and one coming up. He's up to 15 now.
He's got 15. I've got him with 9 rebounds. I'll have to
Well, he might miss this one, second one on purpose to get that offensive glass.
Was it Ricky Davis that did that?
Yeah.
I think it was Ricky Davis, former Iowa player that was maybe flirting with a triple-double or something like that, missed a free throw on purpose. Peterman doesn't do that there, makes that one.
Yeah, he likes the points.
He's up to 16, 55-33, under 2 to go.
A nice complete game for this Bulldog. This Bulldog team's sneaky good, Trev. They just got lots of good pieces.
Inbound into Embry, no good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Now, this is a team that has, they played for a state championship in football 2 years ago. They went to a state tournament in baseball with a lot of these pieces. They know what it takes to win and compete at a high level, and that's really valuable regardless of the sport.
Oh, it is. You're not fazed by the moment. You're ready. You've got guys with experience in pressure situations. And, basketball is a game of many runs, and you just got to be able to make sure you minimize some of your mistakes. And East Mills made that push, as you mentioned. It was 27-21, and it looked like, okay, here comes the Wolverines, and the Bulldogs win another gear, 11-0 run, and that just kind of really put this game in their hands the rest of the way.
Embry makes both, 55-35, with 1:45 to go.
And I think Coach Stokes and Schaefer over there, they're going to take away some good things, too. They'll have 2 games to kind of finish out. That's kind of nice to have a couple of games. They're going to go outside the conference, play Riverside Thursday, and then another team outside with Lourdes Catholic on Saturday.
Tim Rogers with the basketball for Bedford. Long pass to Dalton. Dalton will give to Peterman right wing. Peterman out to Rogers. 1:25 to go. Rogers to Motzinger, top of the key. Right side Peterman thought about the three. Decides not to. Now goes right side Knighton, or Dalton rather, back to Rogers. Rogers three, no good. Rebound Peterman, I got that as his 10th. Peterman lost it though, stolen away by Vandenberg, and then a foul on Rydell. It's going to put Sheldon Vandenberg at the free throw line. These two will meet again on February 4th in Bedford. And then as we mentioned, the Corner Conference tournament, there's a very good chance these two will meet again, whether that be semifinal, final.
Right, and by that time, some of these younger players have got a lot more experience. They'll settle into some roles, and that's coaches will make some adjustments based on as they get to know these players a little bit more throughout the season. You kind of look at your season in kind of like 3 or 4 parts. You got your preseason up to winter break, chance to make some adjustments. You got that period right after winter break. Then you got your push right before the end of the regular season, and of course your postseason. So you want to be playing some of your best basketball come that late season.
Vandenberg goes 1 of 2 at the line.
Another rebound.
Peterman grabs another board. Under a minute to go in this one. Rogers with it left wing. Bounce pass inside Motzinger. Motzinger will go inside Rydell. Rydell bounce pass to Rogers. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Rogers long pass Peterman. Peterman will hand off to Motzinger. Motzinger bounce pass to Peterman, who cut in, puts it up and in.
Nice little 2-man game right there. Swinging in, swinging out. So Peterman gets that 18 points. There's almost a deflection. It is off the hand of there. So he got in the way of that pass. He didn't get credit for the steal, Trev, but kind of caused the turnover. That should be it.
57-36, 28 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off for Bedford.
Coach Stokes said, yep, let's just hold it back, and we'll get ready for the 2 games coming up at the end of the week.
So the Bulldogs going to be able to dribble this out. It was a tight game early on. It was a 6-point game midway through the third, and then a 20-4 Bedford spurt. A big night from Cal Peterman. That's the recipe for the Bulldogs to stay unbeaten as they get a 57-36 win over East Mills tonight. We'll take a break, wrap it up in a moment. KMAFM 90.1, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Are you ready to grow your future with a bank that truly cares? Welcome to Malvern Bank, where we're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in success. At Malvern Bank, we specialize in ag loans that help our local farmers thrive. Whether you're planting seeds for the future or expanding your current operations, we've got the financing solutions to help your farm flourish. So why wait? Visit us today and see how Malvern Bank can make a difference in your life. Together, let's grow our future. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Need a pick-me-up? How about a pick-me-up that gives you wings? Right now, Red Bull is on sale at Cubby's. Whether you need an energy boost to power through your workday or a refreshing drink to keep you going during a workout, Cubby's has you covered. With Red Bull on sale, there's no better time to stock up. Get the 8.4-ounce, 3 for just $6, and the 12-ounce Red Bull, 2 for only $5.75. So why wait? Swing by Cubby's today and snag yourself some Red Bull at an unbeatable price. Get the energy you need to tackle anything life throws your way with Red Bull and Cubby's, the very best in convenience.
Bedford is a 57-36 winner over East Mills tonight. Brian Bertini, your thoughts?
Well, I'm impressed with the Bedford squad. You always want to see how your team's going to respond. They had a game last night, so you're never quite sure on a back-to-back night what you're going to game 2. And, both teams, I would say they're both rivals, but Southwest Valley, a team that you kind of really do. That was last night's game. They come in here tonight to, corner conference rival team that's undefeated as well. It was 27-21, as you mentioned, and then you're like, okay, East Mills with the ball, they cut this is going to change the game. They get a stop, and they go on an 11-0 run, and really, after that, they won't threaten the rest of the night.
I will say, as a Southwest Valley grad, they're rivals between Southwest Valley and Bedford. Maybe not conference rivals anymore. Bedford a winner tonight, 57-36 over East Mills. They moved to 7-0 on the year. Cal Peterman I had with 18 points, 11 rebounds. Also, Brody King hit some big threes. He ends up with 15 points. They're 7-0. Topping the way for East Mills, 16 points for Mason Camden and Sheldon Vandenberg with 11 as the Wolverines fall to 3-1. We'll tell you all about tonight's games later on, KMAland.com. You've been listening to high school basketball on KMAFM 99.1, Clarinda, Shenandoah, and on the KMA video stream. For Brian Bertini and KMA Sports, I'm Trevor Mader. Thanks for listening, and have a great rest of your night.
Thanks for joining us on KMA FM 99.1 for this sporting event brought to you by the